Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the battle? Let's see.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know.
Yeah. We really boxing. Who wanted the battle? Let's see.
Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO. This how it's finna go. I'ma throw some jabs. Make them think my punch is weaker than I hook his ass. This the ring, not the kitchen, but I'ma cook his ass. Me and him, that's the pro versus the rookie class. All my life I had to fight, but I still love it. Me and BVO got moves that you can't steal from us. And these haters be throwing shots, but I don't feel nothing. I ain't gonna lie, shit, they alright, but we a little rough for stepping for the title and facial rival. This ain't no little tussle. Bet I be no bird, being chicken to get your feathers ruffled. Footwork, I'm dancing around my opponent like the Cupid shuffle. Good work, bodies hit the flow, they can't move a muscle. The upside is we ain't in the streets shooting and shooting up. Catch me in the ring, sticking, moving and suited up. I know everybody can eat, but I ain't full enough. Oh, you said it's smoking some beef? I guess I'm pulling up. Oh, we boxing? Yeah, we boxing. I need that belt like it ain't no other option. So we punching and weaving and blocking. Defeat ain't an option. Let them know. Shoot a video, put it on BVO. Let them know. Every time I punch, it's a heavy blow. BVO, bound to hit like bricks cause it was set in stone. Let them know. I ain't getting body, but I'ma hit this flow. Yeah, way more than a show. This is BVO.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy BVO Boxing, man. The Kappa regime of boxing talk. And of course, I got my guy, the Puerto Rican Prince. He's free in the building. What's going on, man? How you feeling?
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, so we got a lot to talk about, man. A lot going on. It's a bunch of boxing news. I know everybody heard a lot of it, but it's our time to shine, so we got to talk about it. But we got Jaime Munguia going against, probably what most will say the pound for pound #1 undisputed cash king, Canelo Alvarez. How you see that fight going free this week?
I think Canelo Alvarez is going to beat Jaime Munguia easy. I want Jaime Munguia to win because Canelo Alvarez should have fought David Benavidez, but he said he wanted 150 million to 200 million to fight him. So I hope Jaime wins, but I think Canelo going to beat Jaime easy.
I think the same thing. I'm just not sure. I don't know about easy. I just think that Canelo's experience is on a whole another level. So I think that's going to be tough. Super, my brother AB in the house. I think it's going to be tough for him to steal this one. But let me ask you this. Do you notice how nice Jaime kind of being in Canelo? It's like he's showing Canelo a lot of love. And I don't know if that's a good thing. What you think? Because Canelo kind of got a mean streak. What you think?
No, I don't see it as a bad thing because Jaime always looked up to Canelo. When Jaime was coming up, Canelo, it was somebody he idolized coming out of Mexico. Canelo Alvarez was a superstar from Mexico. Jaime was just getting into the boxing industry, so that's somebody he looks up to. It's like Tank Davis at some time getting a chance to fight Floyd Mayweather as he's coming up. He always looked up to Floyd Mayweather. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, I think Jaime Munguia is way too defensively irresponsible to actually get a win against Canelo. I think the thing I will say though is that Canelo has shown to be, as we all know, he's #1 pound for pound. But he's just kind of shown you by all the guys he beat, that he can do anything. I mean, he even did a great thing in the fact that Canelo made David Benavidez leave 168. So I'm just wondering, after Canelo stops him, what's next for him? Because I feel like Canelo has done a great job of cleaning out the division at 168. Will he fight David Morrell? What do you think?
No, I think what's next for Canelo Alvarez, the only thing is the main thing. If you look, the writing is on the wall. David Benavidez went to 175. David Morrell is going to follow David Benavidez and go to 175 and try to get that fight with David Benavidez.
Mm-hmm.
The next fight for Canelo Alvarez, you can mark my words, you can etch it in stone, it's going to happen. The next fight for Canelo Alvarez after Jaime Munguia is going to be Edgar Berlanga.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. I could see that possibly happening. If he was to fight Berlinga, that wouldn't even be a contest. And unfortunately, we got David Benavidez took his ball and went home. I was hoping to see him fight. I was hoping to see him fight Canelo, but in a true cowardice way, he got mad and took his ball and went home. But let me ask you this: after seeing Ryan beat Devin to within an inch of his life, do you think Canelo can match that performance?
Say that again?
I said we seen King Ryan is almost 2 weeks ago now beat Devin Haney to within an inch of his life. Do you think Canelo can match that performance?
I don't think Canelo even worried about Ryan Garcia's performance. Ryan ain't on Canelo's level. Nobody's looking to match Ryan Garcia. They don't look at Ryan Garcia as competition. So it would be pointless to try to match Ryan Garcia. They're not in the same weight class. They're never going to fight each other. It's pointless to try to match Ryan Garcia. If anything, Ryan Garcia is trying to match Canelo Alvarez at this point.
Yeah, I mean, salute to my man Shelton in the chat saying, fellas, Turkey Island Sheep has done it again. If Wilder gets past Zhang, he fights Big Baby Anderson on August 3rd. What do you think about a fight like that? Deontay Wilder, one of BVO's favorite fighters, fighting against Toledo's own Big Baby Anderson. What do you think about that fight?
Big Baby Anderson?
Yeah, Big Baby Anderson. That's the fight they want to make if he gets past Zhang.
I don't think they're gonna put Big Baby Anderson in there with no Deontay Wilder. I don't think Bob Arum is doing that. I think Bob Arum know if Deontay Wilder get past Big Bang Zhang,
Mm-hmm.
Deontay Wilder confidence is back, his timing is back. They're not putting Anderson in there. Anderson hasn't looked good in the last couple of fights. He won them, but he hasn't looked like the Anderson that everybody was saying he was.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't look like that in the last couple of fights. So I don't think they putting him in there with no Wilder.
So to my man DP rocking, we got 5 people rocking with us in the chat, man. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Salute to my man Pearl in the building. I think the thing that's so crazy, I've been hearing. I was on a show, with actually one of my probably my YouTube mentor. Salute to my man Mace, aka Skinny. And I heard a lot of cap. A lot of guys were doing a lot of lying about Ryan Garcia not making weight, saying 3 pounds mattered. What do you think about people trying to discredit King Ryan after he just beat former unified lightweight champion, Devin American Dream Haney like that? What do you think about the hate that's coming towards Ryan Garcia?
I mean, yeah, he beat the former undisputed champion, but I mean, he should be criticized of not making weight. You had an opportunity to become a champion, which you have never done yet. You have never been a champion before. You have never fought for a belt before. So you had the
No, he's fought
opportunity
for a
to
belt.
fight.
He's fought for a belt.
No,
He
he
fought
did
for a
not.
belt.
He did not. He did not. He's never
Yes, he
fought for a
did.
belt.
Yes, he did.
What belt did he fight for?
He fought for the 135-pound silver WBC belt.
Intern belt? That's not no belt, though. I'm not talking. You're not gonna sit here and talk about some daggone intern belt, and then you keep putting down Tank Davis not being a multi-division champion. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. That nigga never fought for a belt. He never fought for a belt before, and he had the opportunity to fight for a belt. So I mean, the criticism is rightfully just.
Salute the Queen in the chat. Salute to Lucy in the chat, moving that football away from the Asiatic black man and the Asiatic black man chipping over. But I'll say this. When we talk about the former unified lightweight champion, Devin American Dream Haney, what I want to say is, so basically, what people are telling me, they're not as good as he's not as good as they said he was. Then, because for you not to give King Ryan, his credit for beating a man to death, beating the life out of him, I don't understand. Like, what more do you want? I mean, he beat the life out of the former unified lightweight champion. What more can he do at this point?
I don't know what you're talking about. That doesn't even have anything to do with anything. Because he beat Devin Haney, that has nothing to do with anything. They're not giving him the full credit because, just like I said, he had the opportunity to fight for a championship. He chose not to make weight, and he didn't fight for a championship. So they criticizing him the same way they did Shakur Stevenson for
Mhm.
not making weight, the same way they did David Benavidez for not making weight, the same way they did Tank Davis for not making weight. They all of them got their daggone criticism. He's no different. If you don't make weight and you was fighting for a title, you deserve to get criticized. You lose your title because you didn't make weight, you deserve to get criticized.
So if I'm gathering this right, you're basically saying that no one's going to give King Ryan his credit for beating a former unified lightweight champion. I think that's
No,
kind of
I mean,
crazy, man.
why would they give him credit for beating a former unified champion? Because I mean, I think he would get more credit for beating an undisputed champion, not a unified champion. I don't know what unified champion he beat.
We talking about Devin Haney.
David Haney wasn't a unified champion.
You said what?
Devin Haney wasn't a unified champion.
What are you talking about? He had the
He was
three of the belts.
No, he was never a unified champion.
That's not true. He
That
he
is true.
was.
That is very true. He was Devin Haney only had one belt. He fought Cambosis and became undisputed. He moved up to 40, got
Mhm.
one belt. He's never been unified. He's been undisputed or a single belt holder. That's all he's ever been. Never
Okay.
been unified.
I don't know about this undisputed crap because at the end of the day they didn't want to until recently they didn't want to give King Teo or George Camboso their credit for being undisputed, but we got to give Devin his credit for being
Yeah,
quote
Devin
unquote
Devin Haney
undisputed.
Devin Haney had 6 belts. Since y'all want to count the Ring magazine, Devin Haney had 6 belts. Those other guys only had 5.
So I ask you this is because I know my brother Free want to kind of cap a little bit. I want to talk
I'm
to
not capping. That's the
I
truth.
want to
Tell
I
me where
want
I
to
lied
talk
at. Did,
I
did
want to
Tio
talk.
have did Tio have 6 belts? Did Cambosa have 6 belts, or did they only have 5?
Yeah, I don't know about how many belts they had.
Exactly. I bet you don't know. So I'm trying to figure
I'll
out
say
where I
this.
capped that. I'm trying to figure out where I capped that
I'll just
because
say this.
last time I checked, I know my math is correct. The WBC,
Uh-huh.
the WBC franchise, the WBA, the WBO, the Ring magazine, and the IBF. That's 5. When you got the WBC regular, the WBC franchise, the WBO, the WBA, the interim, the IBF and the Ring magazine. That's 6. I could have sworn my math was correct.
I mean, and you know what, D Free, you're my older brother and I love you, but again, we know you just playing word games. But
No, I'm
I'll
not.
say
That's the
this.
fact.
I'll say this. I'll ask you this. So that being said, when you see, people discrediting Ryan, so basically what that does is that discredits the former unified champion, lightweight champion in Devin Haney, right?
No, it
So
doesn't. No, it doesn't. They didn't say nothing about Devin Haney. Devin Haney wasn't the one that didn't come in on weight. It was Ryan that didn't come in on weight. So them saying something about Ryan not coming in on weight doesn't discredit Devin Haney. It discredits Ryan, not Devin Haney. Ryan.
I'm gonna read you a quote from Turkey Al Sheikh. He said, "The talented Jared Anderson is
From
with
who?
us now."
From
I'm
who?
gonna read from Turkey Al Sheikh.
I don't care what he say.
No,
He
no,
don't run nothing over here.
he runs boxing. Let me give you something that he said. He said that the talented Jared Anderson is with us now on August 3rd on LA against the Bronze Bomber. If he's ready when he fights June 1st, fight against Zhang Zhang. I always believe the boxing will be at its peak when we have young, talented fighters. So
Yeah.
when we got a guy like a young lion in Jared Anderson getting ready to fight, possibly, to me, one of the most accomplished heavyweights of this era. What do you think about that?
No, you
Salute to
telling me
Dr. Mark.
something? You telling me something that Otta Cute said? I want to hear what Bob Arum said.
Well, we know that Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn, he's the face of boxing at this point. Because whatever he says seems to go. So I got to give him credit where credit's due. Salute to my brother, Dr. Mark, in the building, supporting the brothers. Look at my man, Dr. Mark, supporting the brothers. Salute to you, man. But let me ask you this, Free. So that being said, now let's get the cap out of the way. So what will be next? What's next for Canelo after he fights George Kambosos? I don't know what happened. I think my brother.
My bad. What
Okay.
happened?
Yeah, my brother Free must be on that Michelle Obama. But salute to my man, Dr. Mark. But let me ask you this, Free, real quick.
Can you hear me?
So,
Oh no,
y'all
hold
can hear
on.
you. You clear. You good.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you good. You good. You all the way good. You here. I
BVO.
can hear you.
Hold on, let me go out, come back
Okay.
in.
My man D Free gonna come back, go out and come back in. What I'm gonna say is this, y'all. What we seeing in boxing is starting to become like a renaissance. So I'm super excited about it. I'm super excited about what we're seeing. Salute to my man Sheldon Moore. I think you guys are getting ready to see almost a renaissance of boxing coming up because Turkey Al-Sheikh has been almost a godsend. We're talking about all the fights that we thought we couldn't get are all possible now. So salute to him on making this possible, man, because you know what? I love boxing.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
No,
Boxing.
what I was
Go ahead.
saying was I don't care what out accused, whatever y'all call him. I don't care what he has to say. I want to hear what Bob Arum got to say because the last time I checked, Bob Arum is Big Baby Anderson's promoter. He can't do anything without Bob Arum giving the okay. So I want to hear what Bob Arum got to say. I don't care what Alec Q say. And even still, Deontay Wilder have to okay that fight as well. I don't know if there's anything in it for Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder might take it. I'm not saying he's not going to take it, but I don't really care what the Saudi Arabia dude got to say because he don't have no say so over these fighters. I want to hear what the promoters and what the fighters say.
I feel what you're saying, man. Salute to my brother Bentley in the house, man. Always showing love. I think the thing I will say is that I'm very, very excited about what's going on because Turkey Al-Sheikh, like I said, has been a godsend. And to see boxing starting to become number one again. We had Ryan Garcia going there and beat Devin Haney to death. And you know what? All those people out there that's talking bad on Ryan Garcia, just remember, man, you can't beat what God has planned, man. And at the end of the day, Ryan's the man of God. He's been praising God the whole time. He's been saying
I am not
God's
gonna
gonna
put
do
that
this for
man in there.
him.
I'm not gonna put that man in there with no daggone in the same sentence as a man of God. I'm not putting him in that sentence.
Okay.
You're not gonna sit here and say, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. I put my dick in your mouth. No.
Yeah.
I'm not going for it. You can say that all you want to. I'm not putting that
Hey,
in the same sentence.
you cold blooded Free. You cold blooded
Hey,
Free. I'm just
that's
saying.
what he said. I didn't say it. I didn't tell him to say it. I didn't force him to say it. That came out of his own mouth.
Hey, but you know what? You don't get to hear Jesus' name on that stage that much. So I salute to him for giving Christ, who is my personal Lord and Savior, some love. So I love that, man. He said cocaine is BVO's drug. No, DP, I don't mess with no drugs, my brother. No, not me, not the man of God. But I'll ask you this. So I want to get into this thing with Canelo. I'm just wondering, is it just me, or it seemed like Canelo was starting to lose some star power? Do you feel that same way? I feel like no one's really excited about this fight, and I feel like because Canelo's refusing to give us the David Benavidez fight, it's kind of hurting the star power. What do you think?
I mean, there's a lot of people that don't care about this fight. A lot of people don't care about it because they wanted to see the David Benavidez fight. A lot of the Mexican fans wanted to see the David Benavidez fight. A lot of the American fan base want to see the David Benavidez fight. It's only the ones that like to hang around Canelo Alvarez genital area to say, oh, he don't have to fight David Benavidez.
Whoa.
Those are the only ones that say that.
Hey, Free, why you saying that, man? We got a lot of people that support us, man, that talk about that love Canelo. So
if you're a real boxing fan, you know the fight that he should be making is David Benavidez, not no daggone Jaime Munguia.
He took his ball and went home. He's fighting at 175 now.
Who's a better fighter, Jaime Munguia or David Benavidez?
Who got a better resume?
David Benavidez. No, I just went and looked at Jaime Munguia's resume today. He has 3 notable names on his on his resume. He got Derevchenko, he got Gabriel Rosario, and John Ryder. Those are his 3 notable names on his resume. None of those guys are A-level or even B-level fighters.
You don't think Derevchenko was a B-level fighter?
No.
I thought Derevchenko beat Triple G at 160 back in the day.
Whether he beat him or not, that still doesn't make him a B-level fighter.
I mean, I thought Triple G's A plus fighter. So
you could say that all you want. You can say that all you want. That still doesn't make the other fighter a B level just because he lucked up and you believe that he won that fight. Because every once in a while, a C level would get a level or a B level or go for their money or even beat them if they don't come in on their A game. So just because he had a good night and the A level fighter that you said is an A level fighter had a bad night, that doesn't make him a B level fighter.
Well, I'll say this. Let me ask you a question that we don't never seem to answer. Is it because Ryan Garcia is Spanish? Is that why he's not getting his credit for the Devin Haney win?
No, that has nothing to do with it. I keep telling you, he's get credit for beating Devin Haney because the weight had nothing to do with the first 30 seconds of that fight. The weight has nothing to do with Devin Haney kept getting hit with the left hook. The weight had nothing to do with that. The only criticism he's getting is the fact that he didn't come on weight. He had a chance to fight for a championship, and he threw it away because he thought it would be a better advantage of him coming in overweight. So he chose to take the come in off weight and fight at 143 and pay an extra 1.5 to Devin Haney for the bet that he already knew he was going to lose. His father was already telling him, "Don't do it. You're going to lose the bet." He said, "Anything you say, Father, I got it." His father was already telling him, "Don't make the bet." He knew he was going to lose, so he chose to take that route to fight for a non-title fight and be overweight. So I mean, like I said, they ain't taking credit away from the fact that he beat Devin Haney because he did beat him. Like I said, the weight had nothing to do with Devin keep walking into a left hook. The weight didn't have nothing to do with the first 30 seconds. You got hit right off the break and you was buzzed. That had nothing to do with the weight. That had the fact that Devin Haney fought the wrong fight. Ryan Garcia fought the right fight that night. But he could have been a champion if he would have just shaved the 3 pounds and made weight and then came in whatever weight you came in on fight night.
Well, I ask you this, man. So when are we going to see? When are we going to see? Ryan versus Tank Davis again. Is Tank Davis scared now after seeing this fight? When are we ever going to see? Are we going to ever see Devin versus Tank again at 144? What do you think?
Devin versus Tank?
I meant to say Ryan versus Tank. My mistake. Ryan versus Tank.
At what weight?
At 144 catchweight. Will we see that?
Why? Why would you even think that you would see that?
Well, Ryan Garcia is probably one of the faces of boxing. So is Tank, and they did 1.2 or 1.3 together before. Why wouldn't they do it again?
Well, first of all, Tank fought at 140. You said 144. Ryan has never even fought at 144. Why are you giving Ryan an extra pound and making Tank have to go up 14. I mean, what's that?
Well, the reason I said that is because Oscar De La Hoya insinuated after that press conference that Tank should meet him at
And
144.
last time I checked, Ryan doesn't have a say-so what weight they fight at. Tank Davis is the one that won the last fight. If you want to fight Tank Davis in a rematch because you already lost, you want to fight him in a rematch, you fight him at whatever weight he say you fight at. He don't need to fight. He don't need to fight. You do. Tank already won. He got that win on his resume. He don't need to fight. Ryan needs that fight.
You think Ryan needs to fight more than Tank does?
Yes. Tank got the win. Ryan don't. Ryan has a loss to Tank Davis. Tank Davis has a win against Ryan. So if anybody needs the fight, it's Ryan, not Tank.
So let me ask you this. Let's go back to this fight because I'm just wondering, you know, when we talk about Canelo, I don't know if you noticing this, but I can say there's just been a steep decline in interest in him. And I say the thing I think that sucks is that people are really going to miss him when he's gone. I think he's the greatest of his era. This is currently the Canelo Alvarez era. And I think since Floyd Joy Mayweather Jr. left the game, there hasn't been a better fighter than Canelo Alvarez.
No, I mean, I'm not going to say nobody's going to miss Canelo Alvarez because his fans will miss him, but the vast majority can care less. They're not talking about Canelo Alvarez. You're the only person that's talking about him. I've been on YouTube all day today. You are the only person that's talking about him. And I didn't scroll through channels that I don't even normally scroll through. You are the only person that's talking about him.
Well, I'll say this, man. You know, we got to show love to the greatest fighters while they're around. It's just like, I feel like Canelo's like LeBron. You know, he lost to Floyd. That would be his championship losses, that same thing. I just feel like people don't understand Floyd fought him when he wasn't ready. He was only 24. Granted, he had more fights than Floyd, but I don't think he was ready. But moving on to that, what do you think about this? I didn't get your prediction on this Frank Martin versus Tank fight. Who do you think is going to win that fight?
I told you. I gave you my prediction. I think Tank Davis is going to win. Will it be a knockout? Probably. Only 2 fights have went the distance with Tank Davis. I've seen Frank Martin get buzzed before, and that guy doesn't hit nowhere near as hard as Tank. He's not a better boxer than Tank. He doesn't have a better ring IQ than Tank. So if he can do it, I believe Tank Davis can do it as well. But I'm not going to just think that Tank is just going to walk through Frank because Frank is the best fighter that Tank Davis has ever fought. So
you think Frank is better than you think Frank is better than Ryan Garcia?
Frank Martin is the best fighter that Tank Davis has ever fought when they step in the ring.
I don't know about that, Free, because I heard Tank say Ryan's the most talented guy he's ever fought. So I'm not sure about that.
Just because he has power does not mean he's a better fighter. He has power. That doesn't mean he's a better fighter. I think Frank Martin is the best fighter that Tank Davis has ever been in the ring before. You want to know how you know that Frank Martin is the best fighter that Tank Davis has ever been in the ring before? You want to know how you know that?
How's that?
They already trying to discredit Frank Martin. They're trying to say it's a cherry pick. They're trying to say Frank Martin is not as good as Tank Davis. He shouldn't be in the ring with Tank Davis. Tank Davis cherry picked him, but yet Frank Martin was good enough for Shakur Stevenson.
Salute to my man Thomas Hill sneaking in, man.
You tell me who on Frank Martin, on Tank Davis' resume, you honestly believe that has more than a 50-50 chance of beating Frank Martin?
On Tank Davis' resume, who can beat him? Who can beat Frank Martin? Oh, a lot of guys can beat. Frank Martin on Tank's resume. I think Leo Santa Cruz is a better fighter. I think Mario Barrios is a better fighter. I think King Ryan Garcia is a better fighter.
Frank Martin that's on Tank Davis' resume. The highest you can give them is 50-50.
I think you sleeping on Tank's resume. Tank is really starting to have a really good resume. He just because it's Tank, people want to hate him, and heavy is the head that wears the crown. My man Thomas Silk can attest to that. What you think about this?
What's
This
that?
blasphemous stuff about D. Freed not giving Tank Davis his credit for his resume. What you think?
Well, I think that a lot of people don't want to give credit to Tank Davis' resume. You know, we got to look at it from where it's at too. Tank Davis done scaled 3 divisions. That's something that also got to be taken into consideration. In the divisions that he scaled, he done fought some of the top fighters in that division. So you got Pedraza, he was a top fighter and a champion. You got you got Santa Cruz, he was a champion and a great fighter. You got now his work at 135. His work at 135, you don't have very many hitters at 135 that he has fought. I will agree with that. I think that Pitbull is solid though. I believe that Hector Garcia wasn't a 135 fighter, but at 130 he was solid.
Yeah.
Frank Martin definitely better than those 2 names that I just named. I would say that. I would say Barrios, I don't think he could beat Barrios. I don't believe he could beat Ryan, but it would be a good fight. I just think Ryan possesses like that damn special power that if he clip you with, it's night. But Frank Martin is a damn good fighter, man. And at
Barrios,
135, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Barrios is probably the only one that you say that has a legitimate shot of beating Frank Martin because of his height and his reach advantage. Everybody else, they're underskilled when it comes to Frank Martin. They underskilled. Frank Martin is the better skilled fighter. Everybody else on Tank Davis' resume, he's the better skilled fighter.
Stop it.
No, who's a better skilled fighter than Frank Martin on Tank Davis' resume? Who's a better skilled fighter?
Pedraza.
Pedraza is not a better skilled fighter. He was good at that time, but he didn't possess the skills that Frank Martin possessed. He did not.
He a 2 division champion, man. You just hating on it because he's Spanish.
No, just because you. Why do you always want to go to accolades to try to define somebody? That has nothing to do with skill. Because you're a 2 division champion doesn't mean you're the best skilled fighter out here. Because you're a 2 division champion, that has nothing to do with it. You had the opportunity to become a champion. You was better than that guy that night. That doesn't mean you're a higher skill. We just seen Ryan Garcia beat Devin Haney. Doesn't mean that he's a better skilled fighter than Devin Haney.
Yes, it does.
Given what you saw in the ring, do you think that Devin Haney is a better, a more highly skilled fighter than Ryan Garcia?
Yes,
I mean,
Devin
if you
Haney's
look
a
at
more skilled fider than Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia only hit him with the same shot. He hit him with the same shot the whole night. If you
he kept going down.
If you go back and look at the fight.
But if we go back and look at the fight, you can see what other things.
Listen. Up until the last knockdown, even though he had 2 knockdowns and he was rocked in the first round, Devin Haney was still winning the fight. Up until the last knockdown.
That was a travesty because 3 other knockdowns didn't get called. That should have been.
I mean, whether they was called or not, he was still winning the fight.
Pull up, Bruce. Go ahead.
He was still winning the fight.
Okay, but that being the case.
No, like I said, he got hit with the same left hook, and that was because he chose to fight the wrong style.
Yeah, I agree with that. But that's part of your skill set, though, right? You recognize.
That's not part of his skill set. That's part of your mental. That's not skill set. That's your mental. You went in there with the wrong game plan. That was your mental. That wasn't his skill set.
IQ is one of the greatest acumens you can have. I mean, one of the greatest skills you can have in the ring, and you use that to your advantage.
IQ is one of the best skills you can have. You can be horrible mentally, but you have a high ring IQ.
And you're supposed to have that.
Mental fighter. Yes. What I'm saying is that still does not mean that that Ryan Garcia is a better skill fighter than Devin Haney. So are you telling me that they're going that Antonio Tarver is a better skill fighter than Roy Jones?
For 190 was.
Is he a better skill fighter than Roy Jones?
For one night, he was.
Is he a better skill fighter than Roy Jones?
Can you hear me? Am I speaking Spanish? For one night,
No,
he was.
are you
Yeah, he's
hearing me?
asking
Because
you on the
said
whole,
one night he
though.
was.
Yeah,
You said
on
one
the
night.
whole,
I
do
said,
you believe that he's a better skilled fighter than Roy Jones?
I'm not asking you for one night. Anybody can be better than somebody for one night. Nigga, I can be better than you as a lineman for one night, but I know damn well throughout a 16
Dush
game
your ass.
season,
Dush
I'm
your
not
ass
better
on
than
that
you as no
line.
lineman.
But this is what I say.
Go ahead.
I say this. He only hit him with the left, but did you not see what was available to him the whole night? Like, everything was wide open. Like, this nigga was really a 7-Eleven in there. He could have hit him with the right all night long. He could have did all kinds of things. And it's because the things that he's been doing since an amateur, he still to this day does. Me and Aunt McQueen, we broke this down all the way to the compound, man. The dude makes flaws, the same mistakes, and the same bad habits every single fight, bro. And all you gotta do is watch, and you can take advantage of it. And on top of that,
answer this question: who did you have winning that fight prior to that fight happening?
I had Ryan. I was one of the few that said Ryan was gonna knock him out. I thought he was gonna knock him out. Ryan.
You had Ryan winning?
Yeah, I was one of the.
I could have sworn you said you got Devin Haney winning. You want Ryan to knock him out though.
No, Thomas said that nigga said Ryan from the gate.
I said the only way.
I could have sworn he said he had Devin Haney winning, but he want Ryan to knock him out.
I said I want Devin Haney to win because I want Tank to be the one to take that L. I mean that O. But I honestly believe that Ryan is going to win the fight, and I think he's going to knock him out. I said if it goes the distance, he might have a chance to win, but I don't see him keeping him off because he just does he does this little dip to the right, and it goes right to the freaking left hook. You know, and he's open all night, and that.
You honestly believe Ryan is a better skilled fighter than Devin Haney?
Absolutely.
I think so. I think so. I think that Devin Haney does a lot of he does a lot of things that are flaws that can be taken advantage by people with skill set. And even though he only did it with the left hand, it was available to do it with all things.
Okay. So since you say that, what skill does Ryan Garcia have over Devin Haney?
His jab was better in that fight. His footwork was better in that fight.
I didn't say in that fight. I'm talking about what skill level does he have better than Devin Haney? I ain't talking about just one fight.
You talking about what attribute?
I'm not talking about one fight.
Are you talking about what attribute?
We talking. I said what skill does Ryan Garcia has better than Devin Haney? I'm not talking about one fight.
The uppercut, the overhand right, the left hook, cutting off the ring.
You talking about punching, and you said cutting off the ring. Ryan Garcia didn't cut off the ring not one time that night.
He brought Devin right to that left hand. Devin
was
right
walking
to that left hand.
Ryan. Devin was walking to Ryan.
No, but we can't ignore the fact that Devin was doing what he wanted from 2 through 4 or 5, right? Until he couldn't no more because what he was doing it was made by Ryan to be a weakness, a liability.
I'm still waiting for you to. I'm waiting for you to answer. What skill does he have better?
Skill? I believe his defense is much better. That's a skill.
BVO,
yeah, his defense is much better.
No skill, BVO. You're not naming no skill, BVO.
I did name skill. I named
no, you did not. You named
that he had.
You named the
punches. I named punches. The overhand right, the jab. Those are his offense is better. That's what his offense is better. How's that?
His offense is better. What else?
His offense is better, and his defense is much better.
Oh, so Ryan Garcia's defense is much better. So going into this fight, who was the fighter that got hit the least according to the stats?
I don't know. I don't get into that poppycock that you.
It was Devin Haney. It was Devin Haney. It was Devin Haney. He did it against Regis Prograis the last fight.
Okay, so
who was 35 years old, Free, you capping again.
Prior to Regis Prograis, Devin Haney still was the least hit fighter in the sport of boxing. He was still the least hit between those two. He was still the least hit.
He runs
in the sport of boxing prior to the Regis Prograis.
I won't say that he runs. He does not run, man. I'm not throwing no shade or no hate on Haney. I just think that everything about him has been. I think
Go
that
ahead.
everything about him has been like super saturated, man. I think that he's been getting away with fighting people that he should be beating. And they apply to everybody else, but it's really been him who's been doing that. They've been matchmaking they tail off, and they've been putting him in there with people who can't take advantage of it. But when you seen somebody with skill set that was able to, you saw the struggle. When you saw that with Loma, you saw it even with JoJo Diaz, who been getting mollywopped by a lot of folk. You know what I'm
Now,
saying?
I would agree if you say Loma probably skills is better than Devin. I would agree. You got an argument there, but you're not going to sit and tell me that Ryan is a better skilled fighter than Devin Haney. Ryan has no footwork. Ryan gets hit way too easy.
So whose footwork looked better in the fight, D3? I hear what you're saying. I mean, his footwork ain't the greatest.
Yeah.
But Devin's isn't that great either.
Y'all keep going to one fight. That's the only
No,
fight.
but Devin does this stuff every fight, though.
No,
He often dips and moves to the left. I mean, to the right, which puts him in the.
That was a flaw that he has. That's a flaw that he has. Yes.
Hold on 1 second. We got my man Grandpa in the building, man. Mr. Shelton
We
Moore.
ain't got Grandpa. We got OG Shelton Moore up in here, man.
Well, that's my name for him, Grandpa, man. He loves that name. So what you think about this, Grandpa?
What about what Free talking about?
Yeah, because y'all know you hear
I gotta ask Free a question. What are two attributes that a fighter must have to be considered elite? Because I got two in mind. I want to see what Free got to say.
To be elite, you gotta have
two things that you must have to be considered elite. Yes.
You gotta have ring IQ, defense, footwork, and boxing ability.
Two things you missing.
What?
All elite fighters can punch hard enough to keep you off of them.
No, that's not true.
Or they can take a shot.
That's not true.
There's no elite fighter that you've seen in the history of boxing that couldn't take a shot.
That's a fact.
Now, Devin's problem, Devin can take shots, but Devin's problem is it takes him too long to recover from a shot.
I could tell you a fighter right now that couldn't take a shot who was an elite fighter and was elite for a long time until he took a shot. Roy Jones.
Who?
Roy Jones. Once he got hit on the chin, Roy Jones went to sleep. And that was my favorite fighter. Roy Jones got hit on the chin, he went to sleep every time.
You don't think that had to do with the fact that he scaled all the way up to heavyweight and then came back down?
That ain't had nothing to do with that fight. It ain't had nothing to do with that after the fight.
No, he was destroyed after that fight because he cut 25 pounds of muscle in 6 months.
Yeah, but
he should have never done that.
He went and fought.
He should have never came back to like what. Let's say, and you forgetting Free. He won the first fight. He got knocked out in the second fight.
Yeah, he got knocked out in the second fight.
Because he came back from heavyweight and he won the first fight.
Yeah, he won the first one, but he got knocked out in the
second. And he got knocked out in the second fight.
On the chin.
Right.
When he took a shot on the chin.
But you don't think that the cut had anything to do with it?
You further prove my point because it wasn't the first fight he got knocked out. It was the second fight. So he had more than enough time to be acclimated back at that weight because he fought one time already and made it through. And then he had to go through another training camp to fight back at that weight again. So you further prove my point. He was elite, but when he took a shot on the chin, that man went to sleep every time.
So you still saying, in your opinion, far as skill set, Devin Haney is an elite fighter?
I didn't say nothing about elite. I didn't say nothing about.
I'm asking you.
I've never said Devin Haney was an elite fighter. I never said that. I said Devin Haney has a better skill set than Ryan Garcia. I'm not saying Ryan Garcia is elite by no means.
Okay, I'm just checking.
Hold on, Ryan is elite. He just beat.
No, he's not.
He just beat the.
He's not an elite fighter,
champion, bro.
He's not an elite fighter. He's never fought a unified champion. BVO, why do you keep saying that? He's never fought a unified champion.
Oh, my bad. I meant to say undisputed. My bad. You guys are mixing words. You know what I mean?
Nah, I don't believe Ryan's elite, but I know Devin Haney is not elite, and I've been on that.
He's not elite because he makes too many amateurish flaws.
I mean,
Yeah,
Devin
he
Haney
makes
fans
two
believe
amateur
that he's
flaws.
elite. I never said he was elite. I said he
Right.
was
He's a
How
good
was
fighter.
Ryan?
top
He's a
level.
good fighter.
I said he's
Well,
a
how,
top level fighter. I said he's a top level fighter,
Yeah,
but I
he's a
never
good
said he was
fighter.
elite.
Devin Haney's good. He can even be a champion again. But until he fixes those flaws,
Well, he's
and
still
in
champion. He
my
never lost
opinion,
the belt.
until he fights at his normal weight, at his regular weight, because he's cutting too much weight.
Exactly.
And I believe that has a lot to do with his punch resistance. He's cutting too much weight to
you
try
think
to
he
have
go
a
to
size
160?
advantage. No,
That's where he should be at, I would think.
No, I
he
don't know
should be
about
at 154. He
that.
should be at 47 or
154.
54.
I think
That's
154
where he
is
should
that
fight.
sweet spot. Crush
Yeah,
the
that's the
legend.
best
What's
fight.
good with you, my guy?
What's up with you, Crush?
What's going on, Crush?
What's popping, fellas? What's going on, man? I hear y'all cooking, man.
Oh, we chilling, man. They talking about the Haney Garcia
Beef.
fiasco.
Oh,
Oh,
we
Yeah.
still
The
talking about
revelation.
that?
Talking about the revelation.
Are we still
Yeah.
talking about that?
No,
Of
that's
course,
I'm
we
BVO
not.
still
still
talking about
BVO
that
got to keep
because
bringing it up.
some people
BVO
can't let it
that,
go like the
that
Teddy
that's the only thing
Pendergrass
that
song. They
BVO
can't
got
let
to
it
bring it
go.
up because that's the only thing he can live on for Ryan Garcia. He can't live on nothing else for
I
Ryan
touch you
Garcia.
tomorrow, baby.
I'm
That's the
hoping
only
that
thing.
now shit, I didn't change my pick. Now I'm hoping Wilder beats Zhang now.
Wilder to be Zane.
Oh, so
I'm
you can see
hoping
that
Wilder
big
can
baby?
beat Zhang now.
that ain't
Yeah,
gonna
so we can
happen,
get
baby.
that Big Baby fight. I can get to see Big Baby. I get to see Wilder. I get to see Crawford all on the same fucking card.
I mean,
Come on, man.
I would love to see Wilder back in the win column. I just think he's done. I truly believe he's done. I don't want him to be
Yeah, I
done,
don't think he'll get
but
past Zhang either. I think Zhang gonna stop him.
I truly believe he's done. After what I saw in the last fight, and like I said, I could be wrong. I hope I am wrong. It could be just the ring rust that the reason why he looked the way he looked, but I don't think it is. I think he's done. He's 38 years old, about to be 39. I think he's done.
Well, I
Yeah,
hope that.
I think you hope that what now? Go ahead.
I hope that it was just a combination of ring rust and not taking it like serious. I don't think he really took Parker serious. I think Parker also had 5 fights before, 4 fights that year before that fight. So he was
Yeah, he
He
was
was
ready.
ready.
he was
He was
ready.
ready.
I'm
Yeah, I
hoping
mean,
that's what it was. I'm hoping that he's
Now,
not
how can
done,
you
man.
be a top tier? How can you be a top tier heavyweight, which they say Wilder is? How can you be a top tier heavyweight and not take your opponent seriously? That don't make no sense to me.
I think that he became dependent upon that hit, that one hitter quitter, and at any time he can end the fight. That he didn't
Well, he
really.
always does that, right? He always
I
does
mean,
that, right?
But he
but
go
people
ahead, D.
people said that Tyson Fury didn't take Francis Ngannou serious. That's why he looked so bad in that fight.
Well, because he's fighting MMA guy. You fighting another. Deontay Wilder wasn't fighting a guy with one professional fight. Deontay Wilder was in there with a former WBO heavyweight champion of the world. So you got to look at him different than you look at a Francis Ngannou.
Agreed. Agreed.
You have to.
I mean, but the man was over there serenading Anthony Joshua for a fight and whatnot. Man, I don't know where his mind was. And on top of that, it's speculated that, he was having problems with his brother and, the situation there. I don't know if he was fully engaged in the fight. He just looked at it as a payday or something that was going to be easy going. But whatever it was, he was in for a rude awakening. And if that wasn't the case and that he is done, then Shane gonna finish him off.
I hope I'm wrong. Like I said, I hope I'm wrong. I just don't think I am.
Well, let me ask you guys this. Now, salute to my man Clarence, man McClain. Salam alaikum to my man Clarence. My man Clarence just did a brand new Tubi movie, y'all. Salute to my guy, man, doing this thing up there on Tubi. But let me ask you guys this. I know we talking about Big Baby Anderson. Are we forgetting that Prince Charles Martin was beating him to death until he ran out of gas?
That's why I don't know if they really
should
want
know,
that fight.
And you should know, BVO, by now that one fight has nothing to do with the other fight.
No, it don't.
And we can look through. We can have many examples of that in history. Just because you can beat one guy does not mean you can beat the other guy.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But what I was saying was, Big Baby hasn't been looking too hot his last couple of fights. I think his last 3 or 4 fights, he hasn't been looking that hot. He's been looking very vulnerable. Like when he was coming
Wilder
out,
ain't look too good either. So
no, I'm not saying I'm not saying that Wilder is going to go in there and just knock Big Baby out. I ain't saying that at all. I'm just saying I don't know if they're going to take that fight because Big Baby hasn't been looking that good. That's what I was saying. I'm not saying Wilder is going to just go in there and knock
the one
Big
thing
Baby
you got to
out.
know about Top Rank is
I
this.
don't know if they're going
Top
to take
Rank,
that fight because
this is the one thing you got to understand about Top Rank. And my man Crush the Legend will echo me on this. You got to understand this about Top Rank. Top Rank always, with all their young fighters, they get to a point where they want to see where you at.
Okay.
Just like this fight that's coming up May 18th. This is the fight that's going to let Top Rank see where the fuck Brian Norman Jr. is at.
Yeah.
You've been knocking out these cupcakes and he's knocking out these. Okay, that's cool. Now we're going to put you in to do that fight and go see where you at. This going to determine if we're going to resign you or not. And I think Big Baby Anderson, with all the shit going on outside the ring and the performances he had, Top Rank's like, yeah, we're going to let you go on over there. You can fight the dude. If he make it to the fight, you can fight him. We want to see where you at. Because who knows if we're going to continue doing business with you. And y'all know Top Rank got a history of that. Top Rank will cut your ass if they don't think you're worth it.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, they need to start cutting your boy Nico Ali Washington.
He's garbage, man.
They cut him already. What are you talking about? They cut him right after that fucking fight.
Okay. Yeah, that's what
they got rid of his ass. You're done here, buddy.
Well, you know what though? Nico Ali Wash was a complete hype job, though. Thomas said, I don't know. What were you expecting?
I didn't expect anything out of him. I mean, I saw him. I'll tell you this: one thing he did possess was some pop in that freaking right hand. I'll give him that.
Against who? Right. Cab drivers?
Well, against who?
Hey, but hey, T Hill. Look what happened to Berlanga, right? Oh yeah, we done with you. We done with you, bro. You can go find somebody else to work for. We done with you.
Yeah, no, you more than right about what you said. You more than right, because they dropped him like a bad.
We go to Elvis Rodriguez. Elvis Rodriguez, yeah, we done with you, bro. We done with you.
I'm just waiting to show them what I'm really waiting for, and Crush too. I want Crush opinion on this as well too. What I'm really waiting for, because they got a log jam over there at that lightweight and that super lightweight division. I'm waiting for them to put them to the test, because they got a star over there, and they're not even promoting him like he's a star.
Who, Abdullah?
Yes, sir.
He's only 19.
Oh, they're gonna start stepping him up. They're gonna step him up in a minute. He's only 19 years old. They're gonna give him a chance.
But they're giving the younger Vargas more run and pub than him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're giving Vargas work. Vargas is fighting every 2-3 months, and Vargas is fighting nothing but fucking Walmart workers.
Yeah, he really.
He ain't fighting the dudes Abdullah Mason fighting. And they gonna keep Vargas as far as they can away from Abdullah Mason. They ain't letting Vargas go nowhere near that dude.
Y'all talking about the Dream Snatcher? Talking about the Dream Snatcher?
Yeah, the Dream Snatcher.
Yeah.
He's good though. He's good.
They ain't letting Vargas. Yeah. They finna let Vargas or none of them cats go nowhere near Abdullah Mason. You couldn't melt them motherfuckers down and pour them on Abdullah Mason. They don't want none of that. They don't want none of that.
Of course, what you say, man?
Hey, man, y'all know how I feel, man. Abdullah, the amazing one, a.k.a. the Dream Snatcher. This kid is incredible. I don't think anyone is overhyping this guy. If you think that I am, put your money up. I'm betting my money on this kid. I think it's about time for them to step up the opposition a little bit, because he's really that gifted. I don't give a fuck if he's 19 or not. Skills is skills.
Say it again, Crush. You said what?
I don't give a fuck if he's 19 or not. He can be 6 years old for all I care for. if you nice, you nice. And I haven't seen the kid at 19 this damn nice. He's nice. I can't say that when I seen Dev at 19, he was nice. Shakur, nice. Hank probably was nice. It ain't too many you can say was nice. This kid is something else. And they got a tremendous stable over there with those brothers, and the great thing they father got going on with them. I wish them nothing but the best. Whoever, any of these young prospects who's talking about they the best prospect, I said, damn it, ain't no sense of waiting and anticipating until I get more grades on my chin. I don't give a damn. It's time to get it on now. You can get it on later. We need to see who's the reigning supreme prospect. I've been asking for that since last year. Put him in there with anybody. He probably can upset one of these, a couple of these top dudes. He's that goddamn special. Watch out for
who I want to see him fight, Crush? You know who I want to see him fight? Raymond Muratalla. Let's see what Muratalla really got.
I would love to see that fight.
No,
let's see what Muratalla really got.
It's too early.
Why? Muratalla got what? 17 fights?
He got
17 fights?
I think
he might stop Abdullah this young.
Muratalla got 17 fights. Abdullah Mason got what? 15 fights? Why is it too early?
13. He's
yeah. Why is it too early?
Never knockout.
Because Abdullah got a chance to be special, man. Let him get at least 20, 30 fights before he step up like that, man.
Muratalla?
I got Abdullah.
Who has Muratalla beat to make you that scared of him?
I like know what he can do, man. He's nice, man.
He just went 10 rounds with a fucking trash can. What are you talking about?
Let's be honest. Abdullah Mason is fighting like cab drivers, dude. I don't know what you.
But he's knocking them out. He's knocking them out. He's not going 10 rounds with him. And I'll repeat it one more time, real slow, so the Cleveland guy can hear what I'm saying. Muratalla just went 10 rounds with a fucking forklift driver.
Hey, you cold, man.
A forklift driver.
Hey, Thomas, man, you this guy.
So what the fuck has he done to make you, BVO, so goddamn scared of fucking Raymond Muratalla? What has he done?
He's scared. I just want to take him slow because I think he can be the one. That's it. I think he can be the one. I think his
I'll give you that.
I think his younger brother is going to be better than him. The one that just fought.
And that's scary.
His younger
that's
brother
fucking scary.
Yeah, his younger brother is the goods. And this is crazy to say this, but his younger brother, in my opinion, is way more advanced than his big brother Abdullah. I think his little it's crazy. His baby brother might be the one that we all talk about at the end of their careers, man.
And if his baby brother is better than Abdullah is right now, that's fucking scary. That's scary.
He punishing people, man. Like Abdullah's beating people, but I'm talking about his first professional fight, man. It was the dude he was fighting. He was not your normal cab driver. He had a couple wins on him, and he just beat the life out of him. Everybody was there because he fought. I want to say it was in a Roxino. Everybody in there said like that dude who had I think he had like 10, 15 fights just got destroyed because he got more pop than Abdullah. That's what he got more pop. Abdullah don't got the kind of pop that his little brother has. So
and that's scary. If his little brother hits harder than him, that's scary.
Baby brother bad, man. Baby brother bad.
Yeah, it's a few of them niggas too, man. It's like 4 of them, man.
All 4 of them is nasty. All 4 of them is nasty. Woo. They're not to be messed with. I guarantee you, all these young Mason brothers will be successful. That baby boy, man.
He's special, man. He's special, man.
He's special.
Have you seen him, Free? His youngest brother?
Oh my goodness.
Have you seen him, Thomas Hill? His youngest brother?
I've seen him, but he wasn't.
You see how strong he is?
He wasn't in there with nobody. No, he was in there with a dude that was grabbing his ankles. That dude wasn't even trying to punch. He was grabbing his ankles. I gotta see him. I gotta see him with somebody with at least a half a heartbeat. That dude was scared to death. I got to see him in there with a little bit better competition for me
Hey,
to say he's better than Abdullah. Like Abdullah
I'm talking he got
is
more
different.
power, man. He
I
looked
don't
better
I
than
don't know
Abdullah.
I don't know if he got more power than Abdullah neither. Like I said, he was in there with somebody that didn't even have a heartbeat. That dude was dead before he walked in the ring.
He said he was dead before he walked. Dead man walking.
So let me ask you this. So
Hey,
you
you
don't
listen to
gauge
him.
off
Mom
what
in
you
his
seen in the
car.
amateurs? Because what you seen in the amateurs is him stopping people with headgear on. And I don't think Abdullah was doing that when he was at that same age. That's my only thing.
The
And you even
amateurs
saw
don't have shit to do with 8-ounce gloves and no headgear. The amateurs don't have nothing to do with that.
but he knocking people out with headgear on. That's hard to do, Shelton.
That don't matter. That don't matter. Can you do it at the professional level with 8-ounce gloves and no headgear? Because you remember, Thomas Hearns didn't have no knockouts as an amateur. Am I right? Crush?
No.
He didn't have no knockouts as an amateur. Got to the pros and was starching every motherfucking thing.
Knocking their heads off.
Yeah.
Yeah, no knockouts.
The thing is, you got to also remember this too. Yeah, he might have been knocking people out in the amateur. He might have got some knockouts in the amateur, but you got to remember, you have that false sense of security when you had that headgear on. So he was able to take more chances than he normally would because he know he got headgear on. When you got headgear on and those punches are coming back with no headgear, you ain't gonna be as reluctant to get in there and throw those big shots like that.
You know what, Free? I gotta say that's a fair point, man. That's actually a fair point because I'm just saying when I see Abdullah, I feel like, and I'm gonna ask you guys this: what do you guys think about Xander Zayas? I feel like
Xander Zayas, that's my dude. I like Xander Zayas.
That's a good young fighter right there. That's a good young fighter.
Yeah, I like Xander.
When is he gonna fight somebody?
No, that's not his doing. That's Top Rank's doing.
When somebody gonna fight him?
Yeah, Top Rank is moving him like that. He's not doing that.
Top Rank ain't got no 54 pounders. Who Top Rank got at 54?
Xander Zayas.
That's it. They gotta move him the way they're moving him until they can make a fight for him. Now he's gonna get a fight because he's young, he's Puerto Rican, and he's good. So he's gonna get a fight.
We was talking about this earlier, and my man Clarence said he would like to see Jaleel Hatcher versus Xander Zayas. I said, hell no. Xander Zayas is going to kill that boy.
Yeah, Jaleel Hackett.
Jaleel Hackett that just moved up to 54?
Yeah, he get beat to death.
Oh no, no, keep him away from Xander Zayas. If you want to make some money off of him, keep him away from Xander Zayas.
Xander Zayas is going to kill that boy.
Yep. The best your last bump, baby.
But let me ask you guys this: what you guys think about Chuck Sheik making that Boots versus Terrence Crawford fight? Is that a fight any of you guys want to see? Terrence versus Boots?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I
want to see all the fights. I want to see Terrence fight. I don't care who he fights. I just want to see him fight.
Now, I don't mind him fighting for the belt because that's the only way he can go for a belt. I don't mind that. But that's not an opponent that I want to see him in there with because he wants to get the big bags. That's what he wants. He wants the big bags. So I don't know what kind of bag he's getting for this fight. I'm quite sure he's getting a decent bag. But I want to see him in there with somebody that I really believe is going to come and fight. Now this dude might come to fight. It might be an interesting fight.
It's going to be an interesting fight, Free, for as long as it lasts.
Yeah, pretty much.
As long as it lasts, it ain't gonna last long.
Hey, Crush, man, you missed the monotone today. You getting to it, baby.
Hell yeah.
So let me ask you this, man. So when you hear about Abdullah Mason's little brother, man, do you think at some point that he would have to fight his brother, or they won't be in the same weight class?
Nah, the way as close of a knit family they are, I don't see them.
They'll never fight. Yeah.
Nah,
they'll never fight.
If I was my
Even
brother,
if they're in the same division.
I could never fight my brother like that to go in that ring and try to invoke harm upon him, man. That would just be I'm pulling punches. I'm not doing things the way I should be, and I don't know if that make you figure you're gonna cooperate with the same program. So we can't go up in there.
Is
I'll tell you
BVO
one
old
thing.
enough to remember the Klitschko's?
Yeah, they never fought. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Do you remember why they said they never fought? You remember, right, Crush?
I don't remember why, but
I think so.
Yeah, they said they never fought because they sparred one time. And the shit got so competitive and so bloody, they said they'd never fight each other again. Never.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how much money you
But
get.
Tally would have clicked Vladimir's ass, though. I mean, it's not even close. But Tally would have clicked Vladimir's ass.
No,
We
that's
all know
not
that.
what they said. They said the shit was competitive and it was bloody.
And they fucked each other up.
So
Well,
the
they both like
brothers
to
said
bleed.
they will
They
never
both-
fight each other.
They both like to bleed.
Never bleed like that.
But I do know that the young buck is
Okay,
special,
let me ask
man.
you a question. Who got brothers on this? Who got a brother on this panel?
I definitely have a brother.
Who in your lifetime has given you your toughest fight?
Always the brother.
Say no more. I ain't
brother-
fought nobody as hard as I fought my brother.
No, my brother. Well, my brother. I ain't gonna say he gave me my toughest fight because I'm the older brother. I gave him his toughest fight. But
that little motherfucker was trying to fight you, wasn't he?
yeah. He. My brother don't back down from nobody. Like he's bigger than me.
And he damn sure went
He's
back
tall-
down from his big brother because he thought he could take you, didn't he?
Yeah, he's taller than me, so he thought he had a little bit of hair on his chest or whatever.
And you
When I
had to
back
show
my
him.
arm,
And you had to
'cause
show him
I
that
had
he
left-
couldn't,
I
right?
had left. Yeah, I left for a few years because I was in the military, and when I came home, he got tall, and he thought he had a little bit of hair on his chest, and he was like, "Man, you not my big brother no more." I said, "Nigga, I'm always your big brother." So he tried me, and I had to show him that you still the little brother. I don't care how tall you got, you still the little brother, but he don't back down from nobody. But
Yeah, you don't
me
fight
and my
your
brother,
brothers
dog,
and never
I'm gonna
fight
tell you
none
like
of them.
this. I'm gonna tell you like
Hey.
this. If you ask my brother, I'm gonna tell you exactly what he's gonna say. If they say, "Hey, we'll give y'all $10 million each if y'all fight each other in the pros," my brother gonna say, "Where we sign up at?"
Shit, my brother would say
Where
the
we sign
same
up at?
thing.
My brother the same way.
My brother would say the same thing. I'm not gonna fight him, though.
I fight
Look.
him. I'm not gonna take it as hard as I would with somebody else.
Right.
Well, let me ask you
I'll
guys
fight 'em.
this. So that aside, we all know about the brothers. When it comes to boxing, do you think when we see it with Top Rank, is that a sustainable model? Because I feel like they got a bunch of prospects, and we don't even know who's going to be the head and shoulders guy. Because even the guy I like a lot, Bruce Carrington, he still hasn't really had a fight to let me know he's that guy at 126. Because as much as I love him, he's not from East New York, but he's from Brownsville. But we still got love for him. I haven't even seen him
You
try to
say
get a fight. I haven't even seen him try to get
you
a
say
fight
it's
with
not
a
a
guy
sustainable business model. That's what you said?
Yeah.
Is that a sustainable
Yeah,
business model?
these young prospects.
How long they
not
been in
fighting.
business, BVO? BVO, how long they been in
What?
business? How long they been in business at Top Rank?
Going on 50 plus years.
I think that answers your question.
And I only say that because, okay, when I see a fighter like a Shushu, I like Shushu a lot. I've actually got to talk to him before. I want to see him fight somebody like Brandon Figueroa. Why don't we get those type of fights? You know what I mean? Like, what are we waiting on? That's the thing I'm saying. I feel like when it comes to Top Rank, we waiting on these fights too long.
No, you gotta understand. You gotta understand the politics in the sport of boxing. For one, Shushu is a prospect. He's coming up. He's making a name for himself. He's doing a damn good job at it, making a name for himself. Two, he only got 10 fights. Three, Brandon Figueroa is with the PBC. They're not going to throw their prospect in there with a proven fighter, and they trying to build this fighter. They trying to build this prospect up. They're not going, especially with somebody on another platform. They don't know how Brandon Figueroa really is. They only know about what they see when he fights. They're not going to do that. Now, when you with Top Rank got guys that can watch you fight and say, okay, yeah, we think he look good against this guy. We think he'll do good against that guy. But when you fight somebody that's on another platform, You like, nah, I
But you
ain't
say, but this is the thing you
expect.
said. Let me say this, Free. Shushu is 27 years old.
Yeah, yeah.
How the hell is he a prospect at 27?
Because he only
He
got 10 fights. He just started fighting.
no, this dude has been a pro. Anybody that's familiar with New York boxing knows him. What I'm trying to say is this: at some point, we gotta see if the kid is the good. He's 27. You got like he's 23, 24. Xander is really young. I can see
Dog,
that Abdullah's really
that,
young. I don't
that,
understand why we can't get a big fight. And if I ask for a
dog,
big fight, I'm
those
gonna ask
guys,
you.
those guys are young because they started at an early age. Xander Zayas started fighting at 16. He started at 16. Dagon Abdullah started at 18. He started fighting in the pros at 18. Shushu started fighting in the pros. I think he was 24, 23. It's a big difference.
Hold on one second. We got my Brownsville brother in the house, man. Man, athletic mind. What you think about this conversation, man? Because like I said, Shushu's 27. How is somebody 27 not trying to push their career along? He's almost 30. What do you think?
Shushu he's taking his time with his career. He got the right people
Right?
behind and the amateurs, everything was, calculated. So he was he stayed in the amateurs just long enough so he felt comfortable. Okay, now I could turn pro. You know what I'm saying? Getting all the experience that he can. That's why it took him so long to turn pro. You know what I'm saying? So now in the pros, now that he's this age, it's not a benefit to him because he's 27. So he needs to get as much fights as possible to be able to move on to that next level because before you know it, he'll be 30 years old. You know what I'm saying? And that's where things start to slow down for you in your physical prime when you touch 30. So that's why I get what you're saying though, that he's 27. He should be fighting better competition at this point, but you could be a 40-year-old prospect. A prospect is a prospect, meaning you don't have the necessary experience in the pros. You're getting there. You know what I'm saying?
What you think about that, Thomas Hill? A 27-year-old man not getting an opportunity to make the money he deserves for him and his family.
I think that those days are coming. I think with each performance, he's putting on much better shows, and he's showing like a separation between him and the fighter that's in the ring. So I think what they're doing is building for the fight for Inouye, and he has to get ready for that fight. I mean, you gotta get more experience, and I think that you'll see an uptick in the amount of fights he fights, and also the caliber of the opponent. And I think within he said within a year he looks to be challenging for belts and being a champion. So I think he understands that now is the time. And I think he understands that there's a way in the system that works best for him, and he's going to stick to it. So I think that he's going to start increasing the challenge. He's going to increase the activity and the frequency in the ring, and I think that he's going to scale the occasion because ultimately he's looking for that big fight, and he's wanting that big fight to be in a way. So he's going to have to be on his ish to take the ring with him.
I don't think he want in a way because I know when I got a chance to shoot to my man Puerto Rican Tommy from the Bronx. When we was on with Puerto Rican Tommy, and I asked him about in a way he kind of looked like I don't know. And the thing I'm trying to figure out is I don't know, maybe I'm wrong on this, but when you see somebody 27, Tank is 28. I think at some point if we call somebody, oh my bad, 29. So if we calling somebody a prospect at 27, man, I think we got to really get real at some point because he might be a never do it because we got to get some big fights.
But you forget that Tank turned pro at 18 years old. Tank turned pro at 18 years old.
No, do you realize that Frank Martin was a prospect up until last year?
Yeah.
But he's fighting Tank. He's fighting Tank now, baby. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he fighting Tank now. Now he's a contender. He was a prospect up until that point.
Man, Piro, man.
Prospect since last fight. Yeah.
Hey, Piro, talk some sense to this guy for me, Piro, please. Who
we talking about?
I'm talking about a man being 27 and we saying he a prospect. That's a failure. We gotta push him.
not a
to get
Frank
some
is
big fights.
29 and he's a fucking prospect. Frank is 29 and he's a fucking prospect.
Frank is fighting Tank. What are you talking about?
No,
He's a
contender
prospect.
now. He was a prospect.
What the fuck is wait, hold on, Free. What belt has he even challenged for? What belt has he even fought for? He's a fucking prospect that got a title shot. That's what Frank is.
Who?
He's a fucking prospect that got a title shot.
No, he's not a prospect.
He's a prospect.
When I was saying that, hold on. When I was saying that, Athletic Mind, Free said I was wrong for saying that.
Well, I'm gonna say first and foremost, man, shout out to the good brother and extremely talented boxer and my man Bruce Shushu Carrington. We love you over here at BVO Boxing, and we do not reflect the views of what's being said right now. It's only to generate the conversation. We know that you on your way to being a top dog up in there, and we would love to get you on this canvas, this platform, so you can explain yourself to this young man right now.
Hold up.
We got a chance to talk to him before. I'm just saying. This is the thing. Go ahead.
If you was to start fighting right now, you consider yourself a contender? No, nigga, you a prospect.
Hold on. I just said
that didn't make no sense.
That makes zero fucking sense. But what I'm saying is simple, and I think Bruce is a wonderful person. We got a chance to talk to him. I believe he's engaged. He's doing everything you want to see somebody do. This is us just having a conversation about his boxing, not him as a person. This is not casting aspersions on him as a person. I'm saying at the end of the day, I got a chance to talk to Shushu. He was a great guy.
No,
I think we got to be honest. Let me finish. I think we got to be honest here. At 27 years old, Free, what the fuck are you talking about? The man should be fighting for titles. What are you talking about? You're not making any sense.
No, you're not making any sense because it doesn't matter how old you are. When you start
okay, well, who is that? Hold on, Free. Let me get this.
No, but hold on.
Let me get.
When you start fighting is when you start fighting. If you started at the age of 30, you are a prospect at 30 years old. What does the age have to do with anything? It's the experience in the ring what makes you a prospect and a contender. It's the experience. I don't care what your age is. You could be 18 years old and not be a prospect because you got the experience. Because you started at 16, like Canelo Alvarez, like Devin Haney, like Xander Zayas. It's the experience that you get in the ring that makes you go from a prospect to a contender. So it doesn't matter what your age are. I mean, what your age is. Your age is what your age is. You can't control that. You grow every single year. But when you turn pro is when you turn pro.
Hey, Crush, man, school this nigga, man. He's not understanding.
Who is that 26 pounder, Free? That 26 pounder, the two-time gold medalist. What was his name?
You talking about Lomachenko that was 26?
No, not Lomachenko. The dude that just won the Olympics. The dude that just came out. He had a belt, and they put him in there with the dude who got drafted.
Andy Cruz?
No, not Andy Cruz. The other guy. No, the guy that had the WBO. The other guy.
Ooh. Oh, you're talking about
Cuban guy.
Robeisy
Ramirez.
Yeah.
He was a champion, right?
Yeah,
but he got
and what happened to him?
He got fucked up.
They put him in there with the wrong dude, right? They put him in there with the wrong dude, right?
Yeah, he got beat to death.
Hey, bro, Buddy was tough though. Buddy was tough as shit.
Nah, they put him in there with the right dude, Shelton. They put him in there with the right dude.
Yeah, so don't get to talking about
that fight was
he's this and he's that.
I mean,
that was a hell of a fight. I enjoyed it. But I gotta agree with. But at the same time, I gotta agree with D3. It don't regardless of when you start fighting, contend whether your title as far as boxing go, whether you're a contender, prospect, whatever. It doesn't go on how old you are. It goes about the experience you have and who you fought. You know what I'm saying? That's how you work your way into contendership from being a prospect. So if you come into the ring at 30 years old and you ain't got no fights, you know what I'm saying? You a prospect, bro. That's the best I can give you. And so, D3 is absolutely correct. Age has nothing to do with whether you're a contender, prospect, or champion. It has nothing to do with it. It has everything to do with the accomplishments that you put down in the ring.
Can I ask you a question, Dub?
Go ahead.
Do you realize that you tap dance like Gregory Hines about over what I'm saying? What I'm saying is a man that's 27 years old. Why are we not getting on him the same way they get on Tank? So this is what just happened. So D-Free just sit here and made up a whole soliloquy about how Frank Martin is the best guy that Tank has fought. But then Grandpa Shelton said the motherfucker's a prospect. Which one is which? At the end of the day, what I'm trying to tell you is, and this is what it goes to, people only want to talk about fighters they like, and they always got excuses for fighters they like. Just like, hold on. Just like, hold on.
Hold on. This is my question. This is my question. Free.
I'm not done, Free. I'm not done, Free.
He just said, I said, he said Frank Martin's a prospect. He's 28 years old. But hold on. I'm gonna say everything you said. You said I said Frank Martin was his best competition that he's about to fight, and Grandpa, the words that you use, Grandpa said he's a prospect. Do you realize if Tank Davis were to get in there with Abdullah Mason, that would be the best fighter he fought, and it's still he's a prospect.
No, it would not. Abdullah Mason, and I love Abdullah Mason.
So first off, Frank Martin isn't a prospect. Frank Martin isn't a prospect anymore. He's definitely a contender. D-Free, explain to me why Frank Martin is a prospect.
I thought he was a contender. I'm going off what Grandpa said, but let me ask you this.
I agree.
This is the thing I'm saying. Why is there such a campaign? And I see Shelton just do this. Why is there always a campaign to go at Tank and Canelo? What is this shit about? I don't understand. Do people hate these guys, or what is it?
No, it's not about hate. It's about wanting to see the best fight the best. And when you're at their level, you know what I'm saying? We want to see them in the ring with the best guys. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's a campaign. Matter of fact, you done heard me say multiple times, I don't agree with all the Tank moves, but at the end of the day, I'm a fan of Tank. You know what I'm saying? I still think I'll say it, I got Devin beating him. I still got Devin beating him. But hold on. Let me finish. I didn't even cut you off. I didn't even cut you off, bro.
I'm not cutting you off. I'm actually.
You are cutting me off. You're exactly what you're doing.
Nah, BVO. Let him cook, because I gotta hear this right here.
Oh yeah, let's hit the cap. Let me put him on his main screen. Go ahead.
At the end of the day, my thing is I want to see Tank in there with the best. And I do think at this current moment in time, outside of Shakur Stevenson, I think Frank Martin is right there along with Raymond Muratalla, along with Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? So any of those fights, I don't have a problem with. So my only thing is we can't call Frank Martin a prospect anymore. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, a prospect. He's definitely a contender. And so I think Tank should get all the
shit about why not?
Bro, it's so crazy. You just BVO saying, "Nah, I don't know shit about boxing," but you just agree with me.
How many times has he fought for the title? How many titles?
To be a contender don't mean you done fought for a title yet. It means you're working your way. You're in contention for titles, and we all understand that. Anybody in the top 5 of any sanctioned body is in contention for titles right now, so that makes you a contender.
He's a prospect. He's a top 5 fighter. Who got a title shot. Still a prospect.
Dub right side is on the tape. I'm tired of these Bill Haney talking points, man, from my man Dub. This dude's on the take, man. This dude's on the take. Flat out, you on the take, man.
Hey, I'm getting paid. Hey, BVO, I'm getting paid.
Hey, you gotta be, man. You be saying, bro. God damn.
What you doing that for?
Hey, look. One of those.
Hey, look. He ain't the only person I heard who say Devin Haney. He ain't the only person on this pad who I heard say Devin Haney gonna beat Tank. So I ain't hold that against the brother Dub, man.
But at the end of the day, man, styles make fights. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, if I'm wrong about it, the same way I jump on here. Hold on, calm down, BVO, calm down. The same way, anytime I've ever been wrong, I get up here and go ahead, BVO. God damn, bud.
Hey, stop being a baby, man. This is the doghouse, nigga. I'm talking to you.
Ain't no guy. You don't want me to make it the doghouse. Cause I'm the Cane Corso out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucking all that shit up if you really want to do that. But I ain't trying to do that. I'm not
ahead.
trying to do that.
Go ahead,
I ain't trying to do that. No,
That loses his
I
powers when he
think.
can't put somebody backstage.
Say it again.
I'm fucking with you, Dub. Go ahead.
No, I'm good. I don't even know what I was talking about. I don't even know I was going with my last point. So.
Yeah, I don't think you know what you're talking about either,
Well, I got you here. You going to the fight on the 18th?
Say it again.
Piro, you going to the fight on the 18th? Are you going to the fight on the 18th, Piro?
The one in San Diego? The one in Diego? Hello?
The fight in Temecula. The Navarrete fight.
Yeah. I got
Yeah,
my tickets.
I'm going
I
there
got my
with the
tickets.
team.
I'll be there.
Yeah, tickets is like $43. Tickets is cheap. Yeah, I'm definitely going to that, man. It's right down the street.
Yeah. No, it's a great cards, and then you got Mark's boy on the Mark's homie son on the card too. Good fight.
Yeah. Brian Norman Jr. on that card.
Brian Norman's on that card.
Santillia. He finds Santillia.
Yeah, I'm going to check that out.
Ooh,
that's a tough ass fight.
Tickets is only $50. I'm going to check that out.
That's a tough ass fight for Brian Norman Jr.
Yeah. No, the venue's cool too, Shelton. It's real good.
Hey, let me ask you this.
I see you there, bro. $50 tickets. You can't beat that.
That's a fact, show.
Show you right.
Athletic Mind. Let me ask you this because
y'all lucky y'all on the damn West Coast.
What's that, BVO?
Hold on, let me say this real quick. So, Athletic Mind, I got to give you credit. You're pretty non-biased. We know for a fact that my man Dub Rightside is definitely the spit bucket man for Devin Haney. And we know how much my man Thomas Hill loves Tank. So, what's your opinion on this? Because I think if Ryan hurt him, I think if Tank got in the ring with Devin, it would be a massacre. I mean, you might really have to, get an ambulance. What do you think about that if they were to fight?
I think this all goes back to the debate that me and Dub had, that I lost, you know what I'm saying? About the skill sets and us comparing them, man. I just think Tank is he got a better IQ. I think he's a better athlete. I think he's faster than Devin Haney. I just think he overall better fighter than Devin Haney, man. And I always had this opinion that if they ever met, man, Tank gonna knock him out, bro. He gonna cut off the ring and stop him, bro. That's always been my opinion about that fight.
5 rounds, 5 through 7.
Yeah. So Devin, he got to walk through some fire in that fight, man.
We know he don't like no fire, man, because he got grilled last time. But
yeah.
I ask you this, man. What did you think, Dub and Thomas Hill and definitely Crush? I see Tony just came in here. What do you think about Devin Haney celebrate getting his ass kicked? What do you guys think about that? I know you guys seen the video. He was saying, and still, the man's face was on swell.
A damn shame. That's what it was. It was a damn shame. Ain't no way you had no damn and still none of that. It was a damn shame to even see that. I was embarrassed for him that y'all. I don't even know what, if y'all gonna do it behind closed doors. Don't let nobody have their phone in there. Don't record it and then put it out on social media. Don't do no dumb shit like that. It was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. I'm just gonna be honest. It was absolutely asinine for y'all to you done got up there and got your ass whooped, and then you want to come back and say that and still the champ. Hey, yeah, you the champion, but you the champion who just got his ass beat. So I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear it, and I don't respect it. I don't respect it.
Hey, let me ask you a question, Dub. When you watched the video when he was saying that still, was his jaw still swollen?
But hey, look, the man looked like he was just coming out the weigh-in, so I couldn't tell what was. He had the hoodie on, he had the glasses on, he was covered up so damn much. I couldn't tell what was going on. I'm gonna be honest, I couldn't tell. I didn't know what was going on.
Hey,
I don't know.
Is that picture with him and Oscar new? Because they saying that was after the fight. I don't know. It didn't look like it. It looked like he healed up pretty quick. If that's the case.
Hey, the man y'all look just fine in that picture. I don't know what that was about, but man, the propaganda is out of control in these YouTube streets. It's out of control. It's too much propaganda for myself, respectfully. But
hey,
I had no clue when that.
A lot of propaganda comes from my brother Dub Rightside. Propaganda.
You ain't never. Hey, one thing you can never tell me, BVO. You ain't never heard me sit up here and lie and cap. You don't hear that from me.
You told me. You told me that Devin was gonna beat Ryan.
That was my opinion. That wasn't me lying.
And you told Hey, BVO, you told us Ryan was gonna be Tank. I mean,
Haney,
you
he had a
know.
rib injury. He had a rib injury.
Oh, here we go. Here we
And
go.
see,
Here
and see
we
this,
go.
but and BVO, this be the difference between me and you. Y'all ain't heard me make one excuse for Devin. Y'all ain't
You
gonna hear
made
me
an
make an excuse
excuse.
for
You made
him.
an excuse.
You just made one.
How?
My God, demented, absolutely demented.
He said,
How?
"My God."
How?
Oh man.
So I'm gonna chime in now.
Go ahead.
As I've been sitting in the sideline, I'm gonna say this: me seeing Devin celebrate is like a dude having his girl hit by another dude and celebrating that she came back to him. That shit was lame as fuck. Moving past that, I'm gonna say this: Shushu is brand new in his career. That dude is a prospect. He just started boxing like 3 years ago, so he's brand new.
No, he
Experience is
didn't
the name
start
of the
boxing
game.
3 years ago, bro. He's been boxing for a very
No,
long
no,
time.
no, no. He's been pro for 3 years. Experience is the name of the game. So he's very inexperienced with only having 11 fights. So he's still building his way up. However, with that being said, he's already a top 10 ranked fighter. And the dude that he's fighting next is within the top 20 rankings. So he's moving the way he needs to move, especially with only having 11 pro fights. Tank Davis was not a champion in his first 3 years. So that's what you got to look at is how many years has he been a pro? What is his experience? Age does not matter. Like your fucking age don't matter. There's fucking 19 and 20-year-olds who are pros with several fights that will beat the shit out of a 30-year-old who's making their first pro fight debut. Like it's just the name of the game. Your actual age doesn't matter. It's how long have you been doing it. So
Shout out to
that's
one of the
where
greatest Sanders damn, who is this?
But
My bad, my
moving
bad.
back to, I
Go
know
ahead, go
earlier
ahead.
whenever I was listening to y'all brought up, will brothers fight? Should brothers fight? This is my comment on that. What was the first
Absolutely.
murder in between? Two brothers. Like, you're not supposed to fight your brother. Like, the first recorded human murder was a fight between two brothers, Cain and Abel. So I would say that, nah, I would not fight my brother. Like, I'm not going to do that.
Bruh, man, it's boxing. So first off, if it's my physical brother, if we literally are brothers, that's one thing. But when these people talking about brothers in today's sport, you know what I'm saying? They talking about their friends. That's what they
No,
really
no,
talking
they
about.
were talking about actual blood brothers. They brought up the Klitschko's,
Okay,
Charlo.
okay,
Like,
okay.
blood brothers.
I missed that one. Then go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not fighting my blood brother because
Nah,
when I used to box, I only had one thing on my mind: how can I kill you before you kill me? And I'm not going to go with that mindset against my brother. Like, I'm not.
and the thing is, I'm rooting for my brother any day of the week, and so I'm not for to fight my blood brother. But my problem, and I know this ain't the conversation, Tony, but my problem come when I hear Shakur and what's the brother name, man? I can't call his
Keyshawn.
name right now. Keyshawn. When they sit there and say, "Oh, we ain't gonna fight," nigga, y'all around the same weight.
Yeah,
Y'all,
that's
y'all,
different.
y'all supposed to both be the good. We want to see y'all fight. I don't give a damn about that brother shit. And
Nah,
so
that's
that's where my
No,
problem
it's a
different.
little
comes.
different.
But
That's
if it's blood brothers, I agree with you. I do agree that blood brothers should never fight each other. Should never fight each other.
But I'm gonna agree with you though, Doug. I'm gonna agree with you. I think Devin can beat Tank. I really do because Devin excels against midgets, except for Lomachenko. But outside of that, he's walked through every midget easily. I think Tank will have a lot of problems finding the target. I don't think Devin's gonna be in range. The problem with Ryan was just as big as him, actually bigger. So he was always at danger of being hit. When he's in there with a midget, he can play keep away.
Styles make fights, man. Styles make fights.
I don't agree with neither one of y'all. If nigga offer me and my brother $10 million each to fight, we are signing that contract ASAP. I could call my brother right now here and say where we sign up at. My brother thinks the same way I think. We're gonna still be brothers. We're gonna always be brothers, but we're gonna be some rich ass brothers.
But who gonna get? But what brothers are gonna get offered 10 million to fight each other? Maybe the Klitschko's, maybe. But
No,
I mean,
I'm just saying. I mean, it ain't
so
gotta be 10 million. It could be 3 or 4. Nigga,
nah.
it's more than what we got right now.
So, hey, D3 though,
nah,
hey, those results though could be catastrophic though. You could probably end up potentially killing your brother. This is boxing, bro.
Yeah, bro. This the hurt game, bro.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm going in there. I'm getting that $3 million. I ain't say. They didn't say I gotta knock my brother out.
Are you pulling punches? Are you pulling punches? Are you pulling punches in the fight? If you beat your brother ass, you pulling punches?
You damn Skippy.
Yeah, but and that's the problem. And that's the problem. Here's the reason we don't want to see it. We don't want to see it.
Y'all ain't gonna know that I'm pulling punches.
I can't tell when a fighter pulling punches.
Hold on, Doug. Hold on. D, it ain't gonna work out like that. You may go in there with the intentions to pull your punch, right? Then your brother is going to catch you and hit you hard. Then you're gonna hit him harder. Then he's gonna hit you harder. Then you're gonna hit him harder. And before you know it, you're in a real fucking fight trying to beat the shit out your brother.
No, I'm not, because I ain't got no problem taking a dive for my brother. I'm out. You got it, dog. You got it. I ain't got no problem.
Hey, no. If both of y'all at the top of y'all career, you will have a problem. And the reason you're gonna have a problem is because at the end of the day, you want to be the greatest the same way he want to be the greatest. So you're gonna have you will. You ain't taking no fucking dive if you really want to be the best. Here's the reason.
Y'all must not know my background.
So hold on. So you telling me hold on. You telling me that you willing to sacrifice your career for your brother? That's what you saying. You gonna sacrifice your career?
Hell yeah, for my brother, yeah. I do whatever I gotta do for my brother.
This is what D's not like taking account for, right? He's here at $10 million and thinking that's something. The problem is, if you were getting offered $10 million, you've been making $10 million a fight, not to fight your brother, but to fight other people. So you're already rich by this point. You know what I'm saying? So like, that money ain't gonna be worth taking a dive for.
I'm talking about like Shakur and Keyshawn. And we at that stage, we're not getting $10 million for a fight. Keyshawn never got $1 million for a fight. So at that stage, I might be Shakur, my brother might be Keyshawn. I do whatever I got to do for my brother.
And you know what, you're gonna end up like Malik Scott. You're gonna take that dive, and your career gonna go away forever.
Do you think I care about that? I'm already paid. I'm paid.
But
$10 million ain't nothing in boxing. So first off, you're already gonna lose 10% for the sanctioning fee. Boom, that's gone. Second off, you're gonna lose. Well, let's go before that. You're gonna lose 50% off top for taxes. So now you're left with $5 million. Off that $5 million, you're gonna have to pay 10% to the sanctioning body. Then you're gonna have to pay whatever percentage your promotional company has. Then you're gonna have to pay however much it costs to do your camp. Like when it's all said and done,
Hold on one second, man. Hold on 1 second, man. Hold on 1 second, Free. Hold on, Free. Let me hear from Athletic Mind real quick. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, let them finish. I'm gonna say after because it's something different. Go ahead, D3.
No, I'm trying to figure out how many times I'm paying the section about it. You said it twice.
No, I said it once.
You said 10 million. I mean, you said 10%. You said 10% though.
Yeah, I said before that 10%, you got to pay the government. They're gonna take 50%. If you're making 10 million, your taxation is gonna be right around 50%. So that 10 million automatically turns to 5 million. Now
that's why we need to get Joe Biden out of office because they taxing way too damn much right now. Go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
You're gonna have to take 10% off of that for the sanctioning fee. So now you're already taking 10% out of the 5 million, which is 500,000. So now you're down to 4.5 million. Okay, out of that 4.5 million, now you're gonna have to pay the promotional company whatever their fee is. So it could be 20, 30, 40. I don't know what type of contract you got. So now you got to take that out of that percentage. Then you got to pay everybody around you, your cousin, your trainer, your sparring partners. You got to pay for all their room and board, their food during your training camp. By the time it's all said and done, you might only be left with $1 million.
Ain't nobody left with no $1 million after if they got a $10 million fight.
Well, that's not true. We had we talked to Tim Weatherspoon.
So way too much on it.
So Devin, explain this to me then. Explain this to me. How can you look at guys like Earl Spence Jr. and they're only worth a couple of $1 million after they done generated tens of millions of dollars?
Well, technically it's only their net worth. But their net worth is only what's reported, and because of the way the PBC do business, that back end money don't always get reported the same way.
You said
You ain't
how
had no
much? How
money
much?
from the government.
No, you said how much Earl Spence is worth, or how much Earl Spence have?
He said worth. He said worth, but maybe he means. He said worth though.
No, I said how much he's worth.
Yeah, that's
how
what I
much
said.
he's worth. Yeah, well, how much he's worth is what they going about. What your guaranteed purse is. They're not going by what the back end money you got. They're going by what your
No, they're
purse
not.
was.
They're
Yes,
going
they are.
off. No, they're going your net worth off of your tax. Whenever you report your taxes, that's what they look at. That's freedom of information. Anybody can look at somebody's taxes. They also look at the property that you own, your car.
The key word you just said. The key word you just said. Whatever you report the taxes.
Yeah, but here's the problem, D-Free. We're not talking about two people working at a bar where you could take tips under the table. This is fucking big business. You're not, I'm sorry, there is no under the table money like this when you're talking about this level of money, because the IRS is going to be on your ass and you're going to lose everything like Wesley Snipes.
I didn't say it was no under the table money at all. It's still whatever I report. It's still whatever I report.
Yeah.
Whatever I report.
To some degree, I understand what D-Free is saying. And one of the things, if you ever listen to any fighter that work with the PBC and Al Heyman, they'll take that less, especially if they're on pay-per-view, they're gonna take that lesser quote unquote guarantee because they're gonna get it on the back end. You know what I'm saying? And it's interesting because there always number that's being reported out there is how much a fighter got, but we never know what that number really is. You know what I'm saying? And so it go like I agree, Tony. It depends on what you report. You know what I'm saying? Now, but that also puts you in. You never want to be in trouble with the IRS. I'm gonna tell you, out of everybody that to be in trouble with, those are the last people you want to be fucking with because those are the ones who are gonna garnish.
This is my point. This is my point. It's not about what you report. What you report is irrelevant. When you're talking about big business like this, there could be up to 100 different fucking corporations involved in one venue. All them people are reporting where the money is going. But to be able to hide it,
that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter.
But this is the problem, Tony.
It goes by what the person report when they file their tax. The business can say they gave out whatever they gave out. The person has to report what they received.
But this is the problem. A person, they can report what they receive or whatever. The thing is that hence the reason, if you ever notice, Earl Spence has Man Down Promotions. Tank Davis has GTD Promotions. You know what I'm saying? One of the reasons you do that is for tax liability. So when you do incur that those extra expense or not extra expense, excuse me, when the extra money comes in, you have expenses to write off because of the company that you have. You know what I'm saying? One of the things that, hell, even myself, shit, I know I don't want to tell too much about what I do as far as the IRS goes, so I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. But there are ways around the system, and especially when you own your own business and you're in control of your own business. Hence the reason Al Heyman, what is one of the first things he do with his biggest fighters, he create them or help them create their own business. So then it gives them certain things that they can write off. You know what I'm saying? The reason you need to write that off is because that's another way to save your money. And so it's a big. My last point. When it comes to this, the same way I always got a business. I got multiple businesses. You know what I'm saying? Are they are they profitable? That's in question. That's in question. But at the same time, I got multiple businesses, and I'm gonna go ahead and file my expenses accordingly when it's time for me to file my taxes. Why? Because those are write-offs for me. You know what I'm saying? So it goes both ways. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
Yeah, duh, but I'm not disputing whether you could do an LLC, start your own business to help mitigate the taxes. That's not what's in contention. What's in contention is, can you hide the money? And when you're dealing with that much business, it's not like working in a bar. It's not like being a waiter. You're not taking tips. It's not like cutting somebody's yard. You have several people's hands in the pot that are divvying out money. So yes, you could do your own LLC. Yes, you could do your own business to mitigate the taxes so you pay less. But at the end of the day, you're not hiding your money.
So let me you said Earl Spence got pennies. What is Earl Spence net worth?
15 million.
Hold on, before we get there, I gotta ask y'all this, man. I gotta ask this because we ain't gonna get nowhere with how much
You
they done
saying
made. We're
pennies?
not gonna get there. But I gotta
Earl
ask this. I gotta ask this. Hold on. I gotta
I
ask
don't
this
think
question.
Earl Spence got pennies. You saying
But
he got?
D3, I gotta ask this question. I want you to ask this question. So we're hearing now that there are lawsuits being filed by Derrick James against Earl Spence. Earl Spence coming back filing lawsuits as well against Derrick James. You know what I'm saying? Derrick James saying that he owed over $5 million from Errol Spence. Errol Spence, he coming out saying, I don't owe you a goddamn thing. Man, what do y'all make of that case right there, and how that's playing out right now? What do y'all make of that?
I think
jump topics. Hold on, DP. I just want to say this before we jump topics. My whole point was Earl Spence net worth is 15 million, but if you look at how much money he's been paid, it's a hell of a lot more than 15 million. The only point was you may make 10 million in a fight, but you're not walking away with anywhere close to 10 million. That was my only point.
If that's, I ain't said I was walking away with 10 million at all. I said if you say you're gonna give me 10 million for the fight to fight my brother, I'm taking it. Point blank period. I'm taking it. I know if you ask my brother, hey, I give you $10 million to fight your brother, he gonna say, okay, where I sign. My brother gonna say the same thing I'm gonna say. I'm not knocking y'all. Y'all don't want to fight y'all brother. That's y'all. But I know me and my brother, we gonna fight. we fight all the time anyway. When we for no money, why not get paid to do it? Like my brother literally bust my nose. I literally gave my brother a black eye. We did that for free. I get paid for it.
Damn, your brother be taking your lunch money D3.
No, my brother ain't kicked nothing. He thought he was bigger than me, and he tried me. He tried me until he realized, nigga, I'm still the big brother. I don't care how tall you get. I'm still the big brother. He tried me. He called me with a nice shot into my nose. My nose started bleeding.
Gave you a noogie.
That was the last shot he got in.
Give it D3 a noogie.
Nah, ain't no midget. My brother just tall.
No, he said noogie, man.
Oh, yeah. But no, I mean the whole thing with Derrick James and Earl Spence, Derrick James don't have a leg to stand on. For one, it's a verbal agreement. For two, you've been getting paid the same amount every single time. Earl Spence gave you the same amount every single time. It was no discretion, no backwards and forwards. You didn't have no question about what you got paid before. And Earl Spence got. I mean, he's going by the terms of it is what you believe you were supposed to get paid and what Earl Spence gave you. You thought like we talked about this last week. He heard that Earl Spence gave. I mean, well, he ain't here. Earl Spence gave him $350,000. Somebody told him Earl Spence made $25 million. He don't know if Earl Spence made $25 million or not, but he don't know if that was the guarantee money, if that's the actual number that Earl Spence got, or if that was back-end money. That's just what somebody told him. So he like, hold up, you gave me $350,000 and you got $25 million. You owe me more money. Well, you don't have a leg to stand on because you don't know what he actually made. If his guarantee purse was 2.5 and he gave you $350,000, he gave you more than enough.
You know
That's
what it is,
man. This is hold on. This is ridiculous.
You never hear this with Eddie Reynoso or none of that. It's only us that you hear this crazy stuff.
This is ridiculous, though. Ain't no way you can sit here and say, we all know Earl Spence made more. He made more than $10 million in the Bud Crawford fight. We all understand that.
No. But the thing is,
I got you. Hold on. Let me fix. I got you. I understand what you're saying. When you say he don't have a leg to stand on, the 10%. I got you. The thing is that at the end of the day, the same way, me personally, and maybe this is how I look at it. When I look at this type of situation, bro, if I eat, my team gonna eat. And the reason my team gonna eat because I would never be what I would be without y'all. You know what I'm saying? And so, man, it's crazy to me that you go out there and you lose the fight, but at the same time you get paid well. Derrick James done been there for you the entire time. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you break that man off accordingly? Why wouldn't you?
No,
I'm gonna tell you. Hold on, let me say something real quick, Free.
That's off of principle. That's off of
Free, let me say
principle.
this real
So,
quick.
so hold on. So now
Let
we
me say
saying
this.
Earl. Hold on, we saying
Hold on,
Earl Smith's not principle. That's what we saying. He's not a principal individual.
I didn't say Earl Spence was a principal at all. That nigga,
Okay.
he don't run.
Let me say this.
Run no school.
Let me say this real quick. I'm gonna tell you something funny that people don't realize. When we talking about millions of dollars, I know this, firsthand. It's different when you get talking about millions to the thousands. Brothers don't want to do right when there's millions of dollars on the line. They just don't. I've seen it over and over again. No matter what, I don't know the full situation, but all of a sudden now, because Derek James want to count Earl's pocket, now all of a sudden he's not giving him enough. Even when Earl said, "I'll give you some more, but I'm not gonna give you more." We seen the same thing when Emmanuel Stewart got fired by the Real Deal Holyfield. I'm not gonna pay you no $5 million. I already know how to box. I'm not gonna pay you this much of money. And like Free said, and Free is rarely ever right. But he's absolutely right in this situation.
This is the thing, though. This is the thing. The verbal agreement was Derek James get paid 10% of the bout. The bout is the guaranteed money. It's not the back.
Where was that? How do we know that was the verbal guarantee?
That's what they said. They both said that in court. They both agreed to that.
Okay. Well, if they agreed to that, then if they agree that the purse is going to be paid from the guaranteed money, then no, you don't have a leg to stand on. At the end of the day, though, but at the end of the day, my thing is and okay, me personally,
this is what you got to understand.
Hold on, let me just finish it. Hold on, calm down. I would prefer to keep the courts out of it the same way I prefer to keep the courts out of any of my business. But my thing is that if you don't have a leg to stand on and you going to sue, then you got to feel like you and your team got to feel y'all got something. If y'all going out there to sue like you're suing, you got to feel like you got something.
No, that's not true. People sue just to sue, man. People sue just to sue.
I disagree with that.
This is what you have to understand. This is what you have to understand. When they made this verbal agreement, Derek James didn't know that Earl Spence was going to be a pay-per-view star. So it's always been 10% of your bout. It's always been that. He never knew that Earl Spence was going to be a pay-per-view star. He never knew Earl Spence was going to be a champion and making millions of dollars. That's the goal, but you don't know if that's what's going to happen. So your verbal agreement is, I get 10% of your bout.
So I would say this. Verbal agreements are one of the hardest things to prove in court. If you ain't got that shit written or recorded, it's very hard to prove, because then it becomes a he say, she said.
They can prove it.
Like,
but if both agree to it, according to them, Tony, according to them, if both of them agree to it, if they both agree to it, and I hadn't seen the paperwork, so I don't know that to be true, but they're saying they both agreed to it. If they both agreed that there was a verbal agreement, then you undercut yourself. You feel me? As far as Derek James go, there's no way, if I'm his lawyer, I mean, fuck that damn agreement, man. We ain't speaking on none of that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Niggas get up and line me. He can't say that. He can't say that because Earl Spence got proof. He's been giving him the same amount every single fight. He's been getting 10% of the guarantee every single fight. He's been getting 10% of the guarantee every single fight.
Then it's hard to stand on something. It's hard to stand on
all of a sudden,
anything.
because Earl Spence got a major payday according to what somebody told you. Now you think you deserve to get more. No, it doesn't work like that. You get what you agree to. That's what you agree to. That's just like if I agree to pay you $10 million to build me this mansion with a pool in the back and a hot tub, I can't turn around and say, "Oh no, I want a bigger pool." No, you said a pool in the back with a hot tub. You didn't give me a size of the pool. You said a pool in the back with a hot tub. I can't turn around and change the agreement because I didn't like what you gave me. That's what we agreed upon.
That wasn't a good example, Free. That wasn't a good example.
That wasn't a good example at all, Free.
In the contract, we don't have a contract, so we got to go by what we agreed upon.
Hey, hold on. Athletic,
yeah, y'all said they agreed to 10%, right?
Yeah.
So ain't Derek James supposed to get like 2.5 if Earl made 25?
No. 10%. They said 10%. According to I don't know this to be a fact. Just enough of what BVO and D3 saying it's 10% of the guarantee, not 10% of the back end.
They don't give trainers back in.
It's 10% of the bout. It's the 10% of the bout. Like I said, when you start with your trainer don't know what you're going to do in the future. He knows what you're doing right now, and he's signed you up to a 10. Now they don't have a contract, so all this is verbal. Now if they had a contract, he could state in the contract, if you go and be a pay-per-view star, once you become a pay-per-view star, I get 10% of the total money. But they don't have a contract. They got a verbal agreement. So the verbal agreement is 10% of the bout.
Well,
that's all.
A verbal agreement is a contract if you can prove that the verbal agreement happened.
Yeah,
Agreed.
you can.
A verbal agreement can stand in court. It does stand in court.
Yes, it does. It very well stands in court.
Both agreed that the verbal agreement was there. They both agreed that. And Terrence, they even got ESPN reported. Let me say this real quick. ESPN reported. Mike Coppinger reported that Errol Spence did have a verbal contract, and his team is admitting to that. But he's again saying that Al Heyman told him $350,000 was more than fair, and therefore he should get more. That's
how was that more than fair?
Because he gave him more than 10% of his
man. This man all right, hold on, real quick. And I hold on, business wise, D3. Hold up.
You gotta also understand, at the time that Earl Spence gave him his money, he gave him more than what the 10% was supposed to be. He gave him more than the 10%.
He paid him up front out of his pocket before the fight even happened. He gave him the full amount of money. That's what.
No, what you got to understand is Earl Spence don't know what the back end is going to be. He don't know until he get that check in the mail. He don't know what the back end is going to be. So he don't know how much money he's going to get. He gave him 10% off the guarantee, like he's always done.
So go ahead and settle with man. Look, shoot the man $2 million and settle with him and get the hell on.
I wouldn't get a man a damn thing.
See, and that's the
hold on. Why would the trainer who's your only trainer you have ever had, he's suing you now. Why are you going to give him $2 million? You're going to give him $2 million to get the hell on. He's not going to be your trainer no more. You ain't going to have no dealings with him outside of Frank Martin. What do you owe Derrick James now? Y'all pretty much friendship is done with, because he's suing
Frank
you.
Martin announced this is his last fight with Derrick James too.
Well, that's another thing. He has no more dealings with you. So why give him $2 million? I'm not dealing with you no more.
I would say, see me in court, man. That's what I would say. If I was Errol.
And at the end of the day, that's bad business, man. That's bad business.
No, it's not.
I really think, and this is my opinion. I don't know if this is true or not, but this is my opinion. I think the majority of that back end money, quote unquote, Errol didn't get all of that yet, first to begin with. See what I'm saying? So Derrick James asking for that. Maybe Errol would have gave it to him if he got all that shit up, all of the back end up front. But what I heard is that Al Heyman gave his fighters allowances, is what I heard, allegedly. You know what I'm saying?
He only gave one fighter allowance. That was Adrian
Broner.
That's the only one he gave allowance to.
Everybody else is giving their money in
but even Deontay said he was getting his money in portions. He wasn't getting it in,
Boys still say that they owe him money, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying too.
We also see Floyd with $100 million check made out to Floyd Mayweather.
That nigga also stuck in Dubai right now, so I don't know. I don't know, D3.
That man ain't stuck in Dubai, dog. That man ain't stuck in Dubai.
That's a publicity stunt. They always argue.
I looked at all that shit.
Whenever Tank got a fight, they always beefing. Every time Tank got a fight,
I had to go back. I had to go back and look at the whole thing, because I was going by what people were saying. I went back and looked at the whole thing. I was like, hold up, this man ain't stuck in no goddamn Dubai, dog. You telling me this man Floyd made a bet that he can't pay?
Yeah, why not?
Made a bet that he can't pay.
Why not?
Always bet. Floyd Mayweather ain't making no bet that he can't pay. He ain't bet no more than probably like $10 million on a fight. He ain't bet no more than like $10 million.
I don't know, bro. You know, it could be. It could be true. It could be not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying, hey, it's out there.
Let's make it 20. Floyd ain't got $20 million.
I
I'll
don't know
say
where
this,
it's got to
man.
be free. I don't know.
I'll tell you this, man. One thing I learned, and shout out to Donald Trump, being a president, he showed me that people will make up lies to fit whatever narrative you give them. So at the end of the day, man, if you think Floyd Mayweather stuck somewhere, hey, okay, cool. Because there's no way that's happening, man. There's no way that's happening.
You see, and that's why people will never believe, and that's what Floyd, Floyd to trick people into believing that can't happen, which is possible. It can happen. You know what I'm saying? Because the way Floyd spends, the way he is with his money, you know what I'm saying? It may sound like a pocket watch, I'm not, but it's very likely that the way that man spends, he could go broke. Not broke by regular people's standards, by his own standards where he can't pay his own bets.
Well, I will say this.
That man Floyd got an $18 million watch that he wears.
So
exactly. Exactly. He got an $18 million watch. Makes sense of that.
Tony, talk real quick. Go ahead, Tony.
I'm gonna add to this though. We know Floyd has horrible spending habits. Whenever he came out of retirement the second time, it was because his fucking cars were being repoed. And that was after he had already made hundreds of millions of dollars. And he's getting his cars repoed. That's when he came back for the second time. Fought Manny Pacquiao, got the biggest payday of his career, etc. But this motherfucker was getting his shit repoed.
Yeah, that's a fact.
I don't know if he's getting his shit repo or what.
But you still think he got to? But you think he got all the money in the world though, D-Free?
I didn't say. I said that man got a $18 million watch. You telling me he broke?
Listen to what you just said. Free. Listen to what you just said.
Listen to.
All right. Yeah. Look. All right. Let me say this right.
I never finished my statement before you said. Listen to what I said. I said he has an $18 million watch. That watch don't depreciate because you wearing it. It's not like a car; it lose value.
Those are Jacob and Combs. Those are not Elite watches or Rolex.
It depends on the watch. It depends on the watch.
Yeah, those is freaking Jacob, man.
I don't know what watch you're talking about that's worth $18 million, but what I do know is hold on, let me finish this. What I do know is you see a lot of people, they'll go take like Rolexes and they'll get them like diamond out. When they do that, and them watches are like $15, $18 million, they lose all value because not everybody is in the market for a blinged out Rolex.
That's a fact.
The man buying $18 million watches and people think he can't go broke. Listen to what he just bought. $18 million watch, bro.
I could care less if he broke or not. I'm going back to the original question.
I mean, when we talk about it, it's a conversation. You can't lose it.
Listen, I'm going back to the original conversation with Derrick James because I wasn't finished with that. When it comes to Derrick James, I think that the whole situation could have been handled differently, and I think it would have been Earl Spence could have very well gave him more money if Derrick James would have just went to him and said, "Hey, I gotta find out if this is true. I heard you got such and such amount of money. Is this true? If it is, you think you can break me off with a little bit more because we've been together all this time. You made that much. Don't you think I deserve a little bit more?" I think it could have been handled that way instead of you saying, "Hey, you got 25 million. You owe me 5 million."
Or Earl can just say, "Get the F out of my face, man." That's what I would say.
I don't think Earl would talk. Like I said, they got a long history together, and Derrick James is friends with Earl Spence's father. That's how
he's trying to rob him, Free. What are you talking about? He's trying to rob him, Free. What are you talking about?
Huh?
There we go.
Trying to rob Earl, man.
Here we go.
No, what I'm saying is Derrick James is friends with Earl Spence's father. That's how he became Earl Spence's trainer.
Not no more, I bet.
I mean, he probably not. I mean, he probably not. What I'm saying is, I think they could have handled it differently. They have a relationship. He's been with Earl Spence since day one. He's been with him since day one. They got a relationship. I think they could have handled it differently instead of him going to a lawsuit and putting all this business out there in the streets. I think it could have been handled differently behind closed doors, and they probably could have got everything settled instead of putting all this stuff out there.
What if it was handled differently and you're seeing the outcome of it not coming to a resolution?
I mean,
Yeah, that's what it looks like it's
I
happening.
mean, if it was and this was the outcome, then their relationship ain't that damn strong.
Well, whatever come to
Well,
money, man, things change.
I don't think anybody's relationship is gonna survive somebody owing them $2.5 million.
I don't think he owed him 2.5.
Damn. Hey, Errol, man, just get a nigga like $1 million, bro. Come on, bro. I would have gave my nigga $1 million, bro. That's fucked up, man.
No, you wouldn't, man.
Fucked up,
You
bro.
don't deserve it.
That's fucked up, man.
Errol had to
I don't
bleed for
see
that money.
why he don't deserve it, bro.
Errol had to bleed for that money, man.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm just saying though, Derrick James look like for his best interest, not the niggas who was at the club where Errol Spence and all that type of shit, and Yellow Beezy and all that type of shit. It was Derrick James, spitting that gospel into his ear, telling him do the right thing. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, man. That's fucked up.
I mean,
I mean, like I said, I don't know how much Earl Spence got paid on the back end. That was the report that he got $25 million. I don't know how much he got paid because there was never an actual amount put out there. That was what people believed that he was going to get paid. So I don't know.
either
But
way
I
it
still
go,
don't.
man.
I still don't believe he owed Derrick James any of the back end money because their agreement was you get 10% of the bout.
He don't
And
owe him
10,
anything, man. And Derrick
10,
James,
Ooh, good steal.
and Derrick James is a goofball for trying to rob his kid. That's a fact, man.
Derrick James a stand-up nigga, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my
No,
nigga
he's
Derrick
not.
James.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's
Shout out to my
trying to
nigga
rob
Derrick
him.
James. You're a phenomenal trainer, man. It's all good. Ryan, you got Ryan. Ryan gonna give you that bread, bro. You know what I'm saying? We gonna hook you up, bro. Don't even worry about
Go
it.
ahead and rob Ryan, man. You're not gonna rob Errol,
well,
man.
Ryan gonna look out for him, bro.
he might have an actual contract with Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan gonna look out for the nigga, man. You see, he want to put hands on Errol Spence. You know what I'm
That's all
saying?
good,
Yeah,
man.
Ryan gonna look out for him, bro.
Ryan gonna put his hands in his pocket.
You know what I'm saying? It's all right, Derek. Just, you may not even.
You saw what happened when Ryan lost that bet. That nigga Earl said, "You better give me my 20,000. I bet not have to look for you." That nigga
And
said
he
that
paid.
shit.
He honorable, nigga. He paid that shit. Errol Spence not honorable, man. Errol Spence not honorable, my nigga.
Hey, before we get out of here, man, we got to get the final words from my man Crush the Legend. Give us our final words, Crush, before we get out of here, dog.
Crush said he left and went to the store. I don't know if he came back or not.
Yeah, I've been back, dog.
Oh, he's back.
So I ain't want to interrupt.
Give us our final words, OG, before we get out of here, man.
Hey, man, listen. Good build. I don't like talking about none of that money shit. Get in the ring and fucking fight, man. That's all I give a damn about. It ain't that money, ain't none of my problem. It ain't in my pocket. But I understand it's good conversation. But I just want to see cats fight. But with that being said, thank everybody that came through to the land. And we see y'all next time.
And we gone. Peace.